Okay guys, so let's go ahead and what we need to do today. Now we had installed the Exchange server already in our environment, and what we needed to do was to configure DAG. I wanted to take this on-premises lab till DAG is done. So this is our database availability group, DAG database and just create there. Okay, will do. So but we also need to do another task, and that is to create an online Office 365 Exchange, Office 365, which is now called, new name is Microsoft 365 30-day free trial user account. There's no audio. Oh. Guys, are you able to hear me? There is. Sorry, guys. Okay, sorry. Are you able to hear me? Okay, sorry, my bad. Okay, so we were trying to. We have installed the 2 Exchange servers till now, and if we go to the diagram, so we have 3 of the machines. In fact, I'll just go for diagrams. Okay, so okay, that's I'll just use this one. So last time we installed a third one, and recording on. Let me check. Yeah, it's working. Okay, cool. Now their Active Directory DNS DHCP on first server we installed, second server member server had Exchange Server 2016. In last class we went for the third one, and that is your first name serve 3, first name serve 3, and here it's also a member server. This means it's joined to the domain, and it also has an Exchange Server 2016, right? So that is already installed and done. We also have the disks added there, and there is the default disks, that's and then 2 extra disks here as well that are for DAG. So that's the default disk with an OS, and then we have 2 extra disks here for database and the log files, right? So default disk, so I'll just put that there. Now the disk, why did we put it there? It's gonna be useful as well, and the 2 disks, so the other disks had we also created a second application disk here where the Exchange server was installed, so there were actually 4 disks in server 2. But overall, what we really need to know are the database disk and the log disk. So this is here, and this is here, and there's a log disk here, and log disk. So that's the main configuration of the 2 servers. In fact, I need to double check that if we have done that on this. Now the thing with what we did last time is that we installed Exchange server, and we were supposed to go ahead with DAG, or Database Availability Group configuration. So we will be able to do that. The thing is that I was testing all day today and yesterday, and I was trying to go for, obviously I need to test first always before we go for the lab. And what happens is that I was trying to troubleshoot this C drive, that why is it just taking full 100% of C drive here, and it's just taking that. So I realized that my virtual machines are actually on C drive. Normally I put my all virtual machines on D drive there. So operating system is using that, and somehow this is strange phenomena that it's just 100% using the C drive, which is SSD. It's not supposed to use 100% of that unless I'm writing that much. So then I am transferring all my virtual machines to the D drive, right? So it should be done by an hour, 1 hour or two. Because my D drive is not SSD, but all the other big labs for other courses, other colleges, it's working fine on the D drive. So what I'm saying is that today we were supposed to do DAG, but once this is finished, so I will be able to start my machines and show you how to implement the database availability group, or high availability of databases. And until then, because the second task was supposed to be that we're going to do the Office 365 Exchange online and explore all the features where all of us can actually do the lab. There's a huge amount of features there for Exchange Server, which are similar here in on-premises Exchange and similar in Exchange Online as well. So for that, we need to create an Office 365 user account, which is 30-day free trial, and it's Enterprise 5, which is the highest package of Microsoft. Now that can be done first. We can just create that account until my machines are shifted to D drive, and I thought it will take, I started that 1.5 hours ago, and it's still like not even 50%. So I didn't realize that it will be that slow, and it had come down to this. But obviously I will be showing you the DAG once the machines are there. Otherwise, if I start the machines here in C drive, it's just taking forever. After after like 1 hour of machine started, then it becomes too slow. So what I'm saying is that we can do the second lab. Our second lab was supposed to be, so we will understand and configure DAG. That was the main plan. Let's log in from second Exchange server and then turn off internet. So we were supposed to do all that. Once DAG is done, then we will create a free online 30-day trial account in Office 365 Enterprise. So that was our second task that we need to do. We can just do that first now, and once our machines are there, even if today they're not there, and next week also, I can just show you all the steps of DAG and how it is. It can really fail over. What is quorum? What are witness disks? And what's the concept behind those? And that's gonna be useful for you in other courses where you have gone. You will be going for high availability, and when you're implementing that. So, well, that DAG lab has to wait a little, and until then, we can do the second task here, where we need to go to Exchange Online features, and you will see that Exchange on-premises and Exchange Online are so similar, other than that you can not configure the underlying servers. Underlying servers are the responsibility of Microsoft. Here on premises, obviously you have to go for underlying the physical servers, as well as the operating system, as well as then the application on top of that, if it is on premises. But online, where now majority of the companies are going, so many of the jobs are there that are asking for Exchange Online expertise there as well, which is you will see now and discover that when you compare on-premises and online, pretty much majority of the features are same, other than that you're not handling the underlying operating system and physical servers. So that said, I'll just put that diagram here, because as soon as the machines are done copying to the other drive, so I'll just continue with the DAG concept. It's not a short topic as well, but once you understand, so when you join any company, you will have this already configured. You will see that already configured. So You will have to troubleshoot that. If you know the inside out of that, obviously you will be able to t-shoot that too. So while the machine copying is going on here, so we can go for the second task, which is to create a free online 30-day trial account in Office 365 Enterprise 5. So I'll just put that up, and as our first task. We have some other major tasks here as well, like we will explore Exchange Server Online features, plus we will use AADC. What is AADC? Azure Active Directory Connect. This is a connector that connects your local domain controller to Cloud Azure Active Directory, right? So this is also something that nowadays companies are using a lot. So we're going to do the whole lab of connecting our local on-premises domain controller to Office 365 Azure Active Directory. Why would we do that? Because all the users that we created here can synchronize up there in the cloud in Azure Active Directory, and you can create mailboxes for those users there as well. So let's go for this portion here first, and once my machines are done with go across the D drive, then either today we can handle that, or in next last weekend I can show you the whole DAG process. So I'll just put that on OneNote here, and create online Office 365. New name is create online Office 365. New name is Microsoft 365 30-day trial user account. So I'll just paste that on the slide. Oh, seriously. Okay, and it will be. And so the first thing, why Office 365? Why Exchange Online? Why not on premises? So when it comes to why Exchange Online, obviously you have a lot of benefits. Why are companies going towards it a lot on very large scale? Because they are saving thousands of dollars, right? So that's why they are just going to online. Okay, want to create a diagram. So you have suppose this branch here, Toronto branch or New York branch there, and you have Exchange servers there already for last decade or decades. You had different older versions, and then you kept on upgrading until and then you virtualized all the Exchange servers until this cloud trend started a few years back. That why don't we just move our all local applications to the cloud? But why would we want to do that? So there is Office 365. Again, it's famous for that, but new name is Microsoft 365. So if you see that, it's the same thing. So why would companies want to get rid of their own? That's a basic discussion that we may have already done, and that is not to spend on maintenance of on-prem Exchange servers, right? So when they are in the cloud, so underlying no maintenance of it's a SaaS-based product, so SaaS, software as a service. So software as a service, and here, if the Exchange server, the Exchange Online offers all the messaging features, but the companies do not have to maintain the underlying OS and hardware. So hardware and OS. So also no patching required, right? No patching required. Just like, oh, new Windows updates are coming. So Microsoft does it all themselves. No DAG, no database availability group. In Office 365, right? In Exchange Online. So when you don't have to deal with underlying hardware and operating system and high availability, so no high availability, no disaster recovery, you need to be aware of. So no high availability. You're not concerned about the high availability, and no disaster recovery. Who's handling all that? Microsoft does. So Microsoft has created those data centers, big, huge data centers across the planet for that purpose, that you can just transfer your applications from your data centers. So that's why the company's data centers are shrinking and all the applications are being moved to the cloud. Well, not all. Not every company is moving everything to the cloud. Yes, many companies have moved all the applications to the cloud, but majority of the companies are not putting everything in others' data centers, so they are maintaining their own data centers. So even nowadays, when I see job openings there, they're all asking about on-premises applications, especially the SQL and Exchange servers are here, plus they are in the cloud as well. So in that case, how can you handle those applications? In fact, it's more like hybrid in many scenarios, that they still have presence of local application servers, and they have some of those application servers like SQL and Exchange. They also have some of the data there and mailboxes there, and the users using, suppose for Scotia Bank, they have moved 25% of their mailboxes to the Exchange Online already, and total users, they have 80,000 users. So that's 25% is huge already, right? But they're not moving everything there. Although their data centers have shrunk a bit, lesser amount of servers are needed now, but they still have sizable servers there as well. So every bank has that. Governments have also moved their payload up to the cloud, but the thing is, you will see on-premises servers still there. More demand is for the cloud-related features. So Office 365 offers actually not only Exchange Online, but also SharePoint Online and Azure Active Directory Online, right? And well, Teams Online. That's a lot of combinations. Teams Online, and also Endpoint Manager, which actually handles your cell phone devices in the company, and all the data that you access, company critical data that you access from cell phone, tablets, or you're outside. So Endpoint Manager. So there are many features of Office 365. That's why companies are moving towards that. But because for file sharing, they go for SharePoint Online. For messaging, and there's a lot of features there that you need to be aware of. And so Exchange Online is for emailing and messaging. And then there is Azure Active Directory Online, that is going to give you authentication, authorization, accounting, obviously AAA in the cloud. Plus Teams Online is for meetings and conferences there, right? And then there is Endpoint Manager, which is for handling devices that are registered with the company, that cell phones and tablets. Okay, so Microsoft even has virtualized desktops online. Yeah, so VDI environment like Citrix, also virtual desktops are there. Paul has shared a link there for virtual desktops. Exactly. So you can have your company's desktops configured with a logo, wallpaper in the background, and all the applications that are streamed either or virtually shared can be placed there as well. That is called remote desktop services when you install it on premises. Or the main the biggest rival for Microsoft in this is Citrix, but Citrix also totally depends on underlying Microsoft platform for its own application. Now Citrix has their own cloud as well, and they're also available in Microsoft AWS cloud. So they've all pretty much gone to cloud. So that's why this Exchange Online has become more critical, even and after the pandemic. Even Microsoft has millions of more users and companies, thousands of more companies joining their online services. So what we get from there is that yes, on-premises is still alive for next 5 to 10 years, and but majority of that by the next 5 years would be all online. Majority of the applications but many companies are still not going to get rid of their data centers, so they will always need infrastructure administrators there that can handle on-premises plus cloud. But cloud is a very critical skill now that is the need of the time. So we are talking about here Exchange Online, and for this Exchange Online, we need to create a Office 365 free account that does not require credit cards, and it is like it has admin privileges, so every one of us will be creating this free account. And these labs, there are lots of labs there in Exchange Online that we will be doing together. And or if you're stuck, you can just tell me what happened, or just give me the error screenshot, and you can follow the video then and submit later as well. So in order to go to Exchange Online, we need to open Office 365. So they have Office 365. Now I keep on referring to it as Office 365, although new name is Microsoft 365, right? But inside, when you go, you will find that many places still have Office 365 written there when you actually go in and log into that. So Office 365 or slash Microsoft 365 offers three types of subscriptions: E1, Enterprise 1, and E3 and E5. So that's Enterprise 1 and Enterprise 3 and 5. So obviously Enterprise 1 is cheaper with lesser features of SharePoint, lesser features of Exchange Online, lesser features of Azure Active Directory, Teams Online. Some of the features are blocked there. E3 will have a bit more features of Exchange Online, SharePoint, Azure Active Directory, Teams Online, Endpoint Manager. And Enterprise 5 is the top package here. And the good thing is that we can create as many free accounts for this to keep on doing our labs. So top package with all the features available by Microsoft in Enterprise 5. So we're going to create a trial account for Office 365 Enterprise 5, and I'm going to be putting that URL there in WhatsApp and also in the WebEx chat. So let's go ahead. First of all, we need to create a user account with admin privileges. You will be the admin of your Office 365 Enterprise 5, and once we have created that account, then we will go directly to Exchange Online. It takes a little time for all the features to show up there when the account is getting created. It's also going to send you a text that is it you? So you need to give your cell phone, and you're gonna receive a text, and then it will let you create an account. But it's free. You don't need to put a credit card there, and you can create as many of those Office 365 accounts to test all these applications, right? So privacy is done. No, that's trial version. So it's gonna be expired after 30 days. But if that's and let's go ahead, guys. So first thing I'm just gonna put here up is, so create an online Office 365 account. Okay, once created, then let's connect to Exchange Online. Let's explore all the features of Exchange server one by one. So that's a long list of features there, and let's go ahead and start this. So first step, create an online Office 365 account. So how do we go there? We can go to Google. So just go to Google and type there Microsoft Office 365 Enterprise 5 Enterprise E5 trial. So in Google, you're gonna write there. Go ahead and please start doing that with me in in your computer. So Office 5 E5. Well, Enterprise 5 is E5 actually. So you don't have to type that E5. Enterprise 5 trial, right? Trial user account. You can also do that, user account or this. So just put in Google this and go ahead and then we'll create the account there. So I'll put it in chat as well. So yes, we all have to do that. We all have to do that. So let's just press enter. Once you do the Google search here, so there's that Office 365 E5 trial written here, right? E5 trial. So I'm just gonna click that Office 365 E5 trial here. Hopefully everyone is doing that. And I'm going to put this link here as well. Suppose you did not get the correct link in Google, so I put it in the chats as well. So it just says you already have subscription through work. Yes, I have. So your organization manages your use. So create a new account. So you should be seeing this. Hopefully, everyone should be seeing this page. And let's click this create a new account. Oh yeah, I need to sign up. Oh guys, I guess you're all logged into the portal of George Brown, which is also Office 365, right? And we need to make sure, okay, that's a very important thing. We must create a new Office 365 Enterprise 5 user account with our new public email. Why am I saying public email? Is that even a term? So like Yahoo, like Gmail, Yahoo, Outlook. Do not, etc. So do not create new Office 365 account with college email. College email, if you're logged in from that, then you will not have admin privileges because you're just an end user there. We need admin privileges when we create a new account, right? So do not create your new account with college email. You must use your private email there, like Gmail, Yahoo, Outlook, right? So when you're creating a new account there. Okay. So yeah, it will be Canada. It will be Canada, Gideon. Surely it will be Canada. Okay, so it says I am signed out. So, and then it's just waiting for me. So I'll just put that again. Create a new account. Okay, so you're signed out. It's a good idea, guys. Why don't we use Edge? Sometimes it brings us to Edge literally, but Edge is very good. Edge is Microsoft product. Office 365 is Microsoft product. So if you're all using Google Chrome or Firefox, you can just go to Edge and put that link there, and that would be better. I'll just go for Edge browser here, and you just need to sign out from the current Office 365, and it has to be Canada, right? So well, yeah, I'll just sign out from my Office 365 here. I'm logged in from another company here. Okay, another college. So I'll sign out. You just have to sign out from your current Office 365. Oh, this means portal. Either you can do that in another browser, that's better, or in private. You can see this in Edge. There's an in private. In Google Chrome, there is incognito window, or just use another browser, and you will be okay. So I'm gonna go to the Edge browser, or if you have Firefox or any other, you should be good. Okay, so I'll just go ahead and log myself out of here. So I could, okay, there's a use another account now coming. Once I log out, I see use another account, and so this means that I am logged out. So I'm just going to use that link once again. Create a new account, right, from there. Okay, so it's just saying that close everything. Okay, I'll close everything. Close. Refresh. And okay, and there you go. Okay, so it just keeps on asking me that it's a good idea to close all browser windows, which means it's just again not going ahead. So I'll just grab that that sign out link again. When you search that, right? So it gave you, yeah, this one. So Office 5, I can just go from another one as well, but it's basically, we're just going for trial version. Free trial. I'll share that link as well if the first one is giving you issues like it's giving me. But if you are logged in with any of the companies or colleges Office 365, then it's going to give issues. Okay, Amir says that I tried 3 different browsers and it's still giving the same issue. Yeah, we're already using Office 365 of college, so I'll have to sign out officially. I have to sign out from here. This means that then close the browsers and then sign out again, then sign in again. Although it should just let me go ahead. Okay, I'll go for incognito of Google Chrome. I'll go in delete cache and cookies. Yes, that's what I wanted to avoid. I'm going incognito. Hopefully that create a new account. You signed out of your account. It's a good idea to close all browser windows. Okay, it insists. I'm just closing all the browsers. Oh, really? I don't want to. But okay. I have a million sites open on other browsers as well. But I'll get them back. So I've closed every browser now, right? I've closed, and then deleting the cookies. So see this, how to delete. Suppose we have to come down to this more tools and then clear browsing data. Now that has remembered a huge amount of stuff, and it's gonna give us issues later that whatever site we were going to. So I'm just gonna try. I've closed everything now, and I've just opened one browser now, right? And then I'm just going for Office 365 Enterprise 5 E5 trial. Did you mean E5 365 E5? Yeah, I'll click. Did you mean? Yes, these are the links that it's showing me. Okay, switch to Canada. Maybe you're seeing this. So I've closed all the browsers, just open one. And yeah, before closing, I signed out from the one node of the college. So switch to Canada, English. So which tab is that? I'm just gonna put that link if it works for you. So I'm just on this link right now. Right, I've shared that in chat as well. And so basically we need to go for trial of this, and it's just saying, whoa, the price used to be 45 per user, so everyone is taking benefit of the pandemic. Okay, so there is on this link there is compare offerings. I'm just gonna keep going ahead until I see a trial version. So there's a compare offerings, and in the compare offerings now it's just showing me Office 365 for Enterprise, right? The link I gave you there, if you click the compare offerings, and then there's Office 365 for Enterprise on the left side. Anyone was able to create that? Corporate? No. And standard oil. Oh, okay. So they also went for. So there, Office 365 E5 package is here, and it's written here, try for free. So I can just, sorry I'm sharing a lot of links here, but just want you to work on it. So hopefully that's the final link. I'm just gonna put that by writing final link here. So hopefully that's the final. and on this link you can see all the packages there. You know what, it still is $46 per user per month, but I think they've added some more features there for making it 76. Okay, and that's annual commitment. Oh, that's good. Okay, so try for free here. There are two versions of Office and Microsoft 365. Yudhfkan says. So Office 365, there is a Microsoft 365 for Enterprise as well. Let me just check it out, guys, because we normally can create the Office 365, but there is Microsoft 365 as well, which is supposed to be the same thing. But I'm on this page, right? So don't be confused. Let me just check that right now. E5 is $73. Get best in class productivity and more. Guys, wait. Let me check it out. Compare offerings. That's where I was before. So Microsoft 365, they may not be offering trial version. It's a loop, so they're not offering trial version for that. So the link that I showed, oh yeah, is this. Try for free is there, right? Office 365 is try for free available. Microsoft 365 may have the trial version, but I don't see that here. Okay, that is the page that we were supposed to go for, but it's after some loops. We are there. So the link that I gave you, the final link, there is try for free written there on that page in the final link, and hopefully everyone is seeing this page, right? How can I confirm if everyone is seeing this page? Because I'm going to ask that please take a screenshot of this page. That's how I'm going to know that, oh, are you all on this page or not, right? Because this everyone has to do, because everyone can do this. Oh, okay, so you're there. So this is the page where you're supposed to be, and this is our screenshot number 1, right? So checking. I'm at oh, okay. Okay, so guys, again, get here because it's asking me to sign out and page still loading. Okay, Gideon. So that is so Gideon, can you sign out, and then if you have signed out, then close all the browsers and then just open one browser. That's why I was able to reach here. And do use the, when you open the one browser only, Gideon, then click the final link in WebEx chat or in WhatsApp chat. I put a final link there. So with one page only open while you have signed out, you can just reach there. But guys, here and again, I'm just saying that I will give you time. If you are stuck long with something, just tell me that, okay, this is the reason, or just take a screenshot of that error and then try to watch this and then upload it later, because we have to also move ahead. I'll wait a little while, but then you can also follow the video. Don't worry, don't take stress out of that, that we are going ahead, right? So okay, here, and yeah, Paul is there as well. Okay, so there's a screenshot now, and screenshot is actually there, so I'm just gonna take that sample screenshot. Oh, since I'm logged out also of the OneNote. So guys, the screenshot, only screenshot would be there, which Paul has already uploaded in WhatsApp, but I'm gonna transfer those screenshots later to OneNote when we are done, right? And I'll show you another way that once we have created this account, we can still log into our OneNote from another browser or another just incognito page. So screenshot 1, Office 365 user account creation page. So Office 365 user account creation page. So this, in WhatsApp, you can see what is the title of screenshot 1. It is Office 365. It's in the WhatsApp already, and it's Office user account creation page. So in fact, I can just do one more thing here. I can maintain a page here as well for today, where we can, I'll gather all the screenshots, and later I'll just upload it on OneNote as well. So screenshot 1, and there's a screenshot. Let's go ahead. If you're waiting, just take a screenshot of that error, and then don't worry, I'll give you enough time. You can follow the video as well, but let us go ahead and finish that. So guys, here I'm gonna I'm gonna put it in my Gmail. So my Gmail is actually idguyme@gmail.com. Yeah, I know it's a weird one. So just put your Gmail, Outlook, Yahoo, whichever, right? And then once you put your Gmail, so it's going to check that, hey, is there an account with that? If not, then it's going to let you go ahead, right? So if you put your email that you regularly check, then click next, right? And once you click next, it actually tells you to go for set up account. So that's it. You put your email and it tells you set up your account. So let's just go ahead and set up account, right? So I'm going to click the setup account now, and that's your name. So I'm just going to go for first names is Amir Shahzad. So just go for your name, and business phone number, you need to give your phone number, and that's because you're going to get a text there, and that's how you can only. So 647-554-9446. Oh, sorry. 7554946. Company name. Now guys, here you can just put George Brown, or you want to put any other company name, just go ahead and put it. Company size, just go for some random numbers here. Okay, I think George Brown has more than 50 employees there. I'm sure it's much more than that. So between 50 and 249, or whatever size you want to put. It's not really hard coded here that you have to have. Okay, so this much information is just your personal information, right? And once you've put your personal information and the correct phone number of yours, then click next, right? And now it's saying, hey, you want to be called back, or you want to be texted. I'll prefer to be texted, and that's the phone number to text. So I'm just gonna click send verification code, right? So I'll just pick up my phone here and send verification code, and it should be there now. Yep, it is there. And okay, so I'll put the code here. And I'll put verify. So guys, be careful here. Like when you put the code, right? Now it's asking for a business account, a business name. So here, it's going to end up in a free domain name on Microsoft, which is okay, but you need to give a unique business name there. So what we can do is we can just try to put some smaller name there, because already there's on Microsoft added to it. So GB, and then your first name, and this is fall 2020, right? So hopefully nobody has taken that name before. So normally I type AMIR, but we have another AMIR here, so that's why I'm typing AMER, right? So go for your first name, fall 2020. The shorter the better, but you can make a longer one as well. It's just going to be pretty long. Email address, and so anyway, you just put your name there, GB-fall 2020, and check availability after that, right? So obviously if it is not available, you have to just type something else here unique, like just 1, 2, just add hyphen or something. So it is available for me, GB Amir fall 2020. So if you have put this name as your business, so this will be your domain from now on for Office 365 Exchange server, right? And then we can simply click next. I was thinking to have a screenshot here, but because this name will appear everywhere now, so we can have a screenshot any other time as well. So I'm going to click next now, and then it is saying that okay, that is your domain name, and it's ending with a free name as well. Later I'm gonna show you how to add a tenant in Office 365, and you can add your company domain name from GoDaddy.com, suppose, or from any other domain registrar. You can add a domain from there as a tenant here in Office 365 and attach it to your users, right? So here what we see is you can just put a name there, right? So you can go for your first name admin, right? Your first name admin. So you can see that how it looks like now. Obviously we need to, normally when I create that account, there is some other Office 5 course going on in some other college, so I take a picture of this one as well, so I could remember. So your first name admin, and just give a good long password there, small ABC, capital ABC, shift 123, without shift 123. I just give that password. Which one is that? So I'm showing it now. This is a class password I'm giving, right? So company name is Gideon. This one, see this? GB. First type GB, then type your first name, then fall 2020. GB, type your first name, fall 2020, right? And then click next. Check availability and click next. Size is 249. It doesn't matter. Select anything there. So it's a trial account, so Microsoft don't care about that. So yeah, domain name, and you've put the company name. Guys, just go ahead and put your email, right? Oh, sorry, your password. So I put the password there. Hopefully you don't remember that. Did I say hopefully you don't remember that? Something wrong with me today. So hopefully you don't forget that. Yeah. Okay. So once that is written, right? So I would like to hear no. I don't want to hear. I would like Microsoft to share no. Please don't share. So do not check these boxes, both of these. So if you have come up with this already, then click sign up and wait there on the next page that comes up after sign up. Wait on that page. So I'm gonna click sign up now. Everyone okay? Hopefully everyone is there already. So go ahead and click sign up, right? Okay, sign up. I'm clicking now. So once we have created, now when we used to create it inside George Brown College, so every 30 students or 27 students would create that at the same time. So some students would get an error that it didn't get created for me. And in worst case scenario, I had to create with my phone number and email, another extra email that counts for them, for students as well. But now you are using your own internet, so that's not going to be hopefully a problem. So it's saying setting up your account, please don't. So guys, for me it is set up, but it shows this, and this is your screenshot 2, where it says save this info, you will need it later. Obviously we will need it later. So this is your screenshot 2, where your actual full email is showing now, right? So I'm just gonna give a sample screenshot here. That user account admin, Office 365 admin account created. So I'll just put that screenshot in WhatsApp. Screenshot 2, Office 365 admin account, admin user account created. Okay, admin user account created. Okay, the screenshot is coming, and that's the sample screenshot number 2 there for. So that's the screenshot number 2, and let's keep going ahead, right? So once this screenshot has been taken, we can click the go to setup after that. Once the screenshot is taken, we can click the go to setup after that. So make sure the screenshot number 2 is taken, and let's go ahead. So you get, while you may have selected that already, which is okay, but you can see here that unlimited personal cloud storage with qualifying plans. Okay, that's just qualifying plan. Mail hosting with 100 GB mailbox. So when we create in trial version our mailbox, it's going to be 100 GB space. Given their online desktop versions of Office 365, you can download the Office 365 to your desktop as well. Free fast track deployment support with 150 plus seats. Okay, that's for paid version. But you can see that right now we get 25 licenses in Office 365. Licenses for what? For Exchange Online services or any other service you want to use, you need to put that license, attach or map that license to the user, and it's obviously 30-day trial, but we will be able to extend it. If we are not, then we're just going to create another account and continue with our features. So, but you get 25 licenses in free trial. Okay, now I'm going to click the go to setup here. So guys, it's gonna ask for domain. What is your domain? Do you want to create some other accounts here? And a lot of that stuff. If it does, it's just loading. Okay, thank you for choosing Microsoft 365. So yeah, we still ended up with Microsoft 365. Let's finish setting up things. Hopefully you're all getting this. And yeah, so it says install Office, add domain, add users, connect domain, share Microsoft Teams. So Microsoft Teams is for conferencing, meeting, and attaching, mapping your voicemail and voice over IP configurations and the voice over IP servers to your Office 365. If you want to do that, you can do it from Teams. But so we don't need to go for all this, right? There's on the bottom right you can see exit setup. Why? Because add domain, we didn't purchase any domain on any domain registrar yet, right? Or I will be showing you at least that how to do that. And so there's we don't have a domain already there, right? So, and we're going to be adding users one by one later as well. So right now what we can do is go to the bottom right and click exit setup. Go ahead and click exit setup. Let us know why you're leaving setup. Okay, I'm not ready to complete setup. I don't understand how to proceed. I'm getting error. Okay, I'm not ready to complete setup or whatever. Okay, so just select the last one or the first one, whichever. So, oh, seriously? Okay. Additional comments? No, just save and exit. It didn't used to ask that. And don't click this. It's okay to contact me. Guys, sometimes maybe you will receive a call from Microsoft that, hey, are you interested in the commercial version? So just say I'm a student. If you receive a call from Microsoft because they think you're a business, right? So first of all, go ahead and click the save and exit, right? Oh, what did you click? Exit setup. Ready? On the bottom right, exit setup, right? Bottom right, exit setup. Hopefully you got it. Bottom right side. Okay, you're welcome. Guys, if you receive a call, just say I'm a student. As soon as you say I'm a student, they will actually hang up themselves. So that's really a good way. Otherwise,
so excuse me, where did you click?
And the bottom right. Okay, on which page are you? You can just share your screen.
I'm at the install Office.
So you're installing Office?
The page before this one. Where did you?
Yeah, I was saying again and again, it's bottom right. Do you see exit setup written at the right side bottom? Do you see
Yes.
exit?
Okay.
Yeah, that one. Okay, cool. Okay, guys. Yeah, it's exit setup is something. Yeah, they should be putting in bold. But so guys, here, hopefully you're all seeing this, and on the left side you see home, users, groups, billing, setup. Yeah. But do you also see show all here, right? So it's gonna slowly. Sometimes it. So if you click show all, there's a lot of things you will see, and the main thing we're concerned with, or main section that we need to go to when you click show all at the left bottom, show all is there, right? And then you can see this admin centers. So you are the administrators of the security application. You are the administrator of compliance, Azure Active Directory, Exchange, SharePoint, Teams. So all these applications, this Exchange server itself has a separate course about that. SharePoint has a separate course about that. Teams has a separate course about that. They are separate worlds of themselves. I mean, they have so many features there. So hopefully everyone is able to, so if you see this page and you have clicked the show all, then you should be able to see at least what we're concerned with is Exchange Online, right? Exchange. So that would be our screenshot number 3. So you will see, suppose you don't see that. If you click show all and you don't see that, so it appears for sometimes it appears a little late because they're in the process of creating your account in the background. So you can just press refresh. Sometimes it even takes 5 minutes to appear all the applications there, and sometimes it just appear right away. So that's your third screenshot, Exchange Online. Just the title of the screenshot can be Exchange Online shown. So I'm just going to take a screenshot here where Exchange server is showing or Exchange is written there. I'm just taking a screenshot of this, right? So and screenshot 3, Exchange Online shown, Exchange Online shown. So that's your sample third screenshot on WhatsApp. Oh man, I needed to put it here in my downloaded OneNote. Okay, anyway, so if you see that, you can also see Azure Active Directory. Obviously, Exchange server depends on Active Directory for its security. So on-premises, you saw that we had to install our on-premises Active Directory and DNS there. Exchange server was connected directly to that on-premises Active Directory. Here, Exchange server is connected to Azure Active Directory. So obviously, if you create some accounts in Azure Active Directory, that's an online Active Directory. So those user accounts can have mailboxes in Exchange as well, or you can directly create here as well in Exchange, and those users will be created back there in Azure Active Directory. So first of all, what we can do is we can click the Exchange itself. So it's going to open in another tab here, right? So it's Exchange, and you then click, it's another tab, and that tab will have an icon there. Well, hopefully they still have that. Yes, it's the envelope. Yellow envelope icon is the Exchange tab. So this is all totally browser now, browser-based access, obviously. So you see there Outlook .office365, but this is just the yellow envelope. And then you can see that dashboard, recipients, permissions, compliance management, organization, protection, mail flow, mobile, public folders, unified messaging, hybrid. But what you don't see here is the servers that was there in Exchange on premises. There was another section called servers where there was databases. We create databases as well. I create databases. These are the section in Exchange Online. Other than that, we're not concerned with the underlying OS and hardware. Microsoft is handling that side, but that's a lot of features that you need to understand, and mainly you need to be compliant with company policies, and second thing, you have to be aware of where are the security loopholes here. So you've just created a new account, but if you're thinking that, hey, I've created that new account, I'll be creating mailboxes, I'll be maintaining them, but Microsoft is responsible for the security of everything here. So that's wrong, right? Yes, Microsoft is responsible for whatever data you put there, but there are so many areas here where security options are, in many of the areas where security options are not configured according to vendor best practices. So that's why they expect you to know that what areas here needs to be much more secured, or the way you want it to be secured. They're not already configured on that level. So we're going to explore that. We're going to check out that where the security is lower than we want and where the security is okay according to our company policies, right? So vendor based security is that underlying hardware is secure, the data centers where this is running is secure, but your responsibility is to know that where you have to configure security yourself. So this means you have to be responsible for that, and you have to be going for, you need to know where exactly to go to configure security. Okay, so Gideon says, do I go to setup or manage your subscription after the second screenshot? Yeah, go after second screenshot. So that's, what's the third screenshot here? Yeah, click the go to setup. But Gideon, you can also explain which exactly page you are at, and again, if you can share a screenshot, that would be always a good idea. Then we go fast track. Otherwise, we're also guessing. Otherwise, if you're there already in with go to setup, that would be, and then you have to also make sure that you click the exit setup, which is very small written there that people may miss. Okay, so yeah, okay, so guys, we are here and we can click the recipients here, right? In Exchange Admin Center, we have recipients, and in the recipients you can see the same thing that you saw in on-premises Exchange as well: mailboxes, groups, resources, contacts, shared, and migration, right? So we went to mailboxes there, and we also we didn't go for groups, resources, contacts, shared, and migration. We went for migration there as well, but many of the things I left for here because these are the same things that are there as well, with slight differences. On premises that has in on premises you can create as many user accounts here, right? But here, if you create one more user account, you need to purchase a license for that, right? So, and you saw the price when we were on that page. It was if you go for yearly subscription, annual commitment, then it is $45 per employee per month. So one user, second user account $45, third user account $45, and suppose big companies have 80,000 users or 50,000 users, so maybe they will not create user accounts for everyone, but they have to. So that's why also they are maintaining on premises as well. Shrunk data centers with Exchange server where they can create a lot of user accounts without paying for their licenses, or they can go for enterprise 3-4 employees, which do not need all the features, and enterprise 1, which is cheapest package with few features, lesser features than enterprise 5 that we have. So the first thing in mailboxes is that we can actually create a user account. So you can see that on premises in Exchange server, we were able to create a user account by going to mailboxes and then click the plus sign here. I don't see a plus sign here, right? So this means that you cannot create a user account directly in Exchange server. So you have to either go to Azure Active Directory to create a user account, or there is another one, Microsoft Admin Center up there, where you can create user accounts. So that's where the Exchange icon was also there, which I clicked, right? So this is already open for you, and you can see that its icon is red box, right? On the left, click Exchange. Yes. So okay. So Brady, thank you for helping. I get that, so it's okay to. So, alright guys, here I'm gonna click Microsoft 365, and that's where in the left side we click Exchange server, right? So this is where we can come to create the first mail user account, right? So what we are coming here for is to create a new user account. So on Microsoft 365, where we click the Exchange to go to the Exchange, we're back here. This is called Microsoft 365 Admin Center. So whenever we say, oh, let's go back to Admin Center, so you're gonna come back to where the icon has, the tab has red square there, right? So always have that, and the yellow envelope is your Exchange Admin Center. Yellow envelope, Exchange Admin Center, and red square is your main admin center, from where you can go to SharePoint, you can go to Exchange, you can go to Azure Active Directory, compliance, security. So remember that, because it's not that easy to, you just have to get used to it. That, oh, okay, this tab is this, that tab is that. Okay, so we're back to Exchange Admin Center. Why are we here? We can go up, scroll up a little, right? Because there's users here. So you can create users here, or you can open Azure Active Directory and create users there as well. Same thing. But it's, yeah. Yeah, Kingsley.
Please, how did you get there again?
See this? Okay, so are you on this page? Here?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So do you see other tabs opened on the left side? Okay.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Okay.
Right. So do you see the red square tab? Cool. Okay. So yeah. So this red square tab, just make sure that we're going to be mostly going back and forth between this red square, which is Microsoft 365 Admin Center, and the yellow envelope, which is the actual Exchange tab. So the whole Exchange server is behind this tab, and the full Admin Center is behind this red square iconed tab called 365 Admin Center, right? So once we are there, hopefully everyone's there, so you can see the users and go ahead and click that users, and then you see under that is active users. So click that active users as well, right? Okay. Yeah, you're good, Gideon. So Gideon, the now we are on the screen which you just shared before. The screen previous before that one, right? So you can go back to that page. Let me just click that screen. So this red tab, red square you're seeing here, Gideon. So this is where we are. So come back here as well. You keep that screen open which you opened, and then come back to this. This is another tab here, right? Hopefully you saw that, and come back to it. And we are here in the users area on the top left, right? Okay, so hopefully that was okay and you were able to come here. Okay, so if you're there, then there is active users, and then in the, so there's a users icon here. Hopefully everyone is able to see that, and then drop down to active users. In the active users, we can create add a user, right? Now, sometimes, guys, what happens is that there's a health report that comes sometimes that Exchange Online is, there's an outage in Exchange, or sometimes they say in the health area here, there's an outage in Teams, or there's an outage. Sometimes it happens. So suppose we're doing some lab and it's just giving us weird results or not expected results. So we can go to health and check that, okay, is there an outage for Exchange Online from Microsoft side or not? Anyway, this is just an extra stuff. So I'm going to go to active users, and then there is add a user. So let's click add a user. Inside users, under users, and then active users. So once you click the add user, so this screen comes, right? So add users here, and then there's active users here. Hopefully, you know, it's new, but it's like we should, you know, be familiar with some of these forms. So just give your first, so your first name, 01, just give the first name, which is okay. You don't have to give a last name. So your first name 01, and when you click the display, it just catches up here as well, and then go down here, your first name 01 again. So first name here, your first name 01, your first name 01, and you can see that it has attached with the domain. If we had imported the company official name here, which you are supposed to do when you join a company. Suppose you're setting up a new company, you have to purchase our domain name from, suppose, godaddy.com for 1 year. Just one domain name can be $12, $10, or if you go for some unknown domain names like .xyz, .club, or .some abc, then they are even much cheaper. They are like, for the first year they are $1.20 or $1.99 only for 1 year full. So you can add a domain name from there here, and it will show up here. So normally companies do that so they can attach the users with the official company domain name, and it should not end with the free domain name called onmicrosoft.com. You cannot professionally do a business when you have your domain name is ending actually with, your company domain name is ending with .onmicrosoft.com. They will think you're a hacker or someone who have created a free account and trying to post someone else. Anyway, so here, once you put that, there's a auto-generated password here, and then there's a let me create the password. So we can just go for let me create a password, and you can give the class password or whatever strong password you know. Small ABC, capital ABC, shift 123, and without shift 123. So, and they say it's strong. Thank you. Okay. So you can just put some password here. Require this user to change their password when they first sign in. Yes, it is good when somebody else, when you're creating the account for somebody else, it's okay. But we're going to be using that account ourselves, so I'm going to uncheck that. Require this user to change their password when they first sign in, right? And send password in email upon completion. That's okay. Oh, okay. Leave it. So guys, once you have put this basic information, this is really basic, right? So just create your password and do not check those two boxes and click next, right? So that's a very simple thing, and I'm taking a lot of time here. So there's obviously it has detected Canada here, but if it doesn't show Canada, then go ahead and drop down and click Canada and select Canada here. Second thing, you can see that you already have used up one license out of the 25 licenses that are there for the trial version that you can use. And Office 365 E5 it is showing here. So okay, this is okay. And yes, I want to use Office 365. But another thing you can see here, create user without product license. So you don't want any license, or you just want to create a user without any license, so you can do that too. We're not going to do that. We need that license. We need the mailbox of the user to be created. And then you can see that there are apps, and it says 51, right? So I think everyone is seeing 51 number there. Hopefully your number is not different from my number here, 51. With this package, this many applications come. So you can click the drop down here, this one, right? So click the drop down and you will see all the applications there. Now, where did you put on username? Yeah, Cedric, it is your first name. Okay, see this, Cedric? See this? This is it. First name, your first name 01. Oh, I put I. Okay, E. I'll go for E. Okay. So that's it. Your first name, and then give your password and go ahead. And you can say what is the display and username. Display. So yeah, display will also show your username there, and username itself is also the same what you put in first name, right? Gideon. And then I put let me create the password and just give your password there, right? So let me create a password and then give a password there. Also, I did not check the two boxes, so do not check the two boxes here. So okay guys, well, I'm gonna click next here if you have gotten this, but if you have any I can also take a screenshot of this page, so whoever wants to, who was falling behind, can actually see the screenshot there. So I'm gonna click next now. Hopefully you have seen this. So here we haven't done anything on this page. On the next page, and it is just 51 applications. So let's click that drop down here to see what applications are there in 51 applications, right? So once you click that arrow there, then you can see down here that there's Azure Rights Management, Common Data Service, Content Explorer. It goes on and on. Exchange Online Plan 2. So it is selected here. So is when you're purchasing a license, $45 per month per employee, so you can still choose that this employee actually doesn't need this service or that service, and he or she only needs Exchange Online. Suppose you just want to give mailboxes, right? Or if it's a programmer, that person is a programmer, so any of the others. So right now we can keep all the selected here, right? But that's 51 application. That's a lot, right? But you get it all when you have Enterprise 5 package, and you can then select that this particular user should have which application and should not have which other application. So we're not changing anything here. So it is already selected here. Canada is already selected here, and all the applications are selected here as well. If I go way down, there's nothing else. Just check uncheck any application. So we didn't change anything on this page. Assign product licenses and click next. So we're gonna click next. And then this is saying, hey, is this an end user or is this an administrator? So you can give a role here as well. There's roles written here. If we click that arrow, so what kind of roles are there for Office 365 user account? So obviously, if you don't want that user to be an admin of any type, then you can keep it user or no admin center, or you can go for admin centers, and then there is exchange admin, global admin, uh, and all kinds of admins are there. So there's obviously, if you don't want that user to be a global admin, what is a global admin? That is the admin, or that is the role where you can do anything you want inside Microsoft 365, right? So making global admin any user, you should be very careful. Global reader is just reader role. Help desk admin, so that's what you might get. So suppose you get a job of help desk level 1 support, and you are going to end users and you're resolving their issues. So you will be getting then help desk admin task there. Normally there's an information icon there, this one, resets password and re-authenticates for all non-admins and some admin roles, manages service requests, and monitors service health. So some of the tasks are there, but not all tasks. Service support admin, SharePoint admin, team server admin, service admin, and user admin. Just creating user accounts and resetting password. Reset user password creates and manages users and groups, including filters, manages service requests, and monitors service health. So whichever you want. So right now we don't have to give this user all the rights, so we can just keep it as an end user, but that end user can access all the applications, 51 applications. That end user can access all the 51 applications, but not with admin privileges. So okay, and show all by category, there is another one under the end user. If you go for show all by category, there is collaboration, Dynamics 365 admin, Exchange admin, Group admin, Insights administrator. So that is a longer, more specific roles you can give. Then it goes to devices, then it goes to global admin, but it's categorized, right? Identity. So that's much better, but then because you can see that, hey, I don't want to give this guy this, but I want to give specifically just one task for that user. Suppose it's just password admin. You just reset passwords, that's all, right? This is better. This is recently introduced, obviously, that was not there before. So we can see that either you can go for major categories there, or you can go for details of what extra roles that you can choose. Okay, so we are not selecting anything. It's an end user, it's not an administrator, but you can see that how much in depth they go if you want to give any of the roles to this user. And I'm going to go in, then there's profile info at the bottom here. If I click that, then it just shows that job, what is your job title, department, office phone, mobile phone. So that's just your profile information, right? So we don't need to fill anything here on this page, but we understand that, okay, we could make this guy this person an administrator as well, or we can go in depth with the privileges as well. So that's on this page, optional settings. And since we did not change anything here, so let's click next. So that's the review and finish for this user. So you can see that this is a username, the full email, and no admin access is written there as well. So what you can do is take a screenshot number 4, and that is, you can go down to review and finish and reach till assigned settings, because we need to show this also while showing the full username here, that it's an end user here, right? So, and custom password was given here, and that's the full email address. But you can see that it's not an official company email domain name. It's just a free domain name. It's ending with that. So with that, obviously, you cannot do business. So, assigned settings here, and everything else is set up. So I'm just gonna go ahead and take a screenshot of this. So your first name, end user created. So you can just title this end user created. So screenshot number 4 would be shot for end user created, sorry, with a license. But if you did not write that, it's okay, but I'm just typing here end user created with a license. So you had to assign a license for that, and also that it's a mail server related, screenshot number 4. Okay, and I'll put a screenshot there as well. So that's the sample screenshot there in WhatsApp only. And so if you have taken screenshot for where the assigned settings and the end user no admin is showing there both, then and title it as end user created with a license. So then you're okay. Let's go ahead and click finish adding. So we gave one user license, which means that that user will have a mailbox as well, but that's an end user. So finish adding here, right? Okay, it's created, and you as the administrator has been also sent that email. So actually licenses bought. No, you're kidding me. Yeah, it says that. Okay, save this user settings as a template. So if you want to save this user setting as a template because you're going to create a lot of other users, you can do that too. Otherwise, let's just click close for now. Let's click close for now. So the other user is created here, and license provided to it is Office 365 E5 here, right? So we can see that user is created, and there's a very long punishing email here for that. Now, if we go back to Exchange Server in the recipients, we should be seeing the mailbox of this user as well, because you assigned a license to this, so the mailbox should be there as well. If this is good, so the two tabs that you should be familiar with are this Microsoft 365 Admin Center tab with a red square and the yellow envelope. So let's go to the tab Mailboxes, Microsoft Exchange, or with yellow envelope here. Let's go back to that tab, and that's Exchange Server, right? So you can
Excuse me.
yeah.
There's not a showing up on active users after you did that process?
So are you on this page?
Yes.
Okay. So and you see the second user created there?
No, there's nothing now. It's just blank.
Oh, are you in active users? See this?
Yes, I did all the steps just after the last finish. It just came up and not became blank.
Right. So refresh the browser. You can just refresh the page
Okay.
and check if you can see two users. And so once the users are showing there, then we can go to the other tab, which is Mailboxes, Microsoft Exchange, right? So this is different from how we used to do. So everything is browser based now in cloud. So you have to make sure that you're familiar with tabs here, right? You have to follow up with tabs. So I'm just going to go for Mailboxes here, and then there is Mailboxes, and in the Mailboxes, in the Exchange Admin Center, so EAC, right? Exchange Admin Center. Once we're there, so we can just refresh here, right? Refresh on this level, so you can see that there's another mailbox now, because we created that user and gave it a license, so there is a mailbox now, right? Okay, so here, once that mailbox is created, so we can actually check first of all the first mailbox. So are we able to log in from the Outlook for the administrator? Actually, sorry, not the first mailbox, the end user, the administrator, this one, right? So how do we log in from the mailbox in Office 365 for this particular user, or that for particular user? So now this page is open, right? And we can go back to Admin Center. This is a red square, right? And now here we don't have any icons for mailbox other than you can see on the top right. First of all, hopefully you're all there on red square box or Admin Center box, and then you can see that this 9 buttons here, this, right? 9 buttons, dots we can say, not buttons. So when you click the 9 dots, you can see also Outlook here. So Outlook, OneDrive, Excel, Word, this is because we're logged in from one user account here, the admin, the root account we can say also, the top account we can say also. or the admin account. So you can log into that person's email here. Now, if I log in right here, it's going to change that page. So if I right click here, no, it doesn't let me connect to another page. So what I can do is that I can right click on this page and make it a duplicate. Hopefully you understand what I'm doing here. I want to create a duplicate of this page, so I don't want to leave this page and also go to the Outlook or mailbox of the logged in user as well. So if you right click on top of this red square or admin center mailbox, you will see another option there, duplicate. The three dots beside Outlook app has option for new tab. Oh, okay. Thank you, Yusuf. So it has option for new tab as well. Okay, well, since I'm ahead of this, so okay, I'll just go with this one, but next time I will check that. So I've created a duplicate account, a duplicate page, which is an exact same page. It is an exact copy of the other page, the previous page here. It's an exact copy of that page, right? So in this page, I'm just gonna go to the 9 dots here, and yes, as Yusuf was saying, that if there was open new tabs, so wow, you know, it was all the time, it was there in front of me, and I just said that go to another tab. So we could have just used this one as well. My bad. So I'm just gonna click that Outlook here. Go ahead and click the Outlook. Go ahead and click the Outlook. And so you're logged into the user's mailbox, and that is the same user with which you're logged in from admin center. That is the same user with which you're logged in from mailboxes or Exchange application as well. So now you're inside the mailbox of that user. So if I click, just close the welcome screen, here, and this is, well, how we can just log into the mailbox. So one thing here is that the email is working fine, and it's working over the internet as well. So what we can do is we can check it out, that we can go to the new message here, right? Let's click the new message, and in the new message we can send an email to our Gmail, Outlook, Hotmail, whichever you have, and also to ourselves. So just to check internally, is the email working, and externally, outside this organization, Exchange organization, if the email is working, right? So I'm going to type my outside email first, itguyme@gmail.com, and then, okay, obviously it's not going to find that, then comma or colon, yeah, and then I'll type my username here. So the way, oh, it's colon, yeah, semicolon, sorry, semicolon, right? And then we can just go for the other one, which is our own. So what is my email address with which I am logged in? You can go to the top right side here, this one, and check. Oh, okay, my name starts with my first name admin. Okay, I think it's gonna be able to search if I just type my first name admin, right? So after colon, semicolon, I'm gonna go for my first name admin, and I'm asking it to search, like I press the space bar, or I can go to 2 and search, or I can go to, oh, I don't want to write the whole thing, but okay, I think it's making me, at your first name admin at GB your first name fall2020, wow, that's a big punishment, .onmicrosoft.com. Seriously, that's my full email here. Okay, so I'm going to click anywhere else after putting these 2 emails, and then go to subject, testing Office365 mail flow. Testing Office365 mail flow, Control A, Control C. I'll just put it in the subject as well. Testing Office365 mail flow. So your email should be reaching there in your Gmail account, and from the Gmail account or Hotmail account or whatever private account or your own personal email you have, just send it back from there as well, right? So I'm gonna send that email outside of this external organization to my Gmail. When it reaches to my Gmail, I'm gonna go there. I'm gonna reply back from that Gmail like email received. That's it, right? So I'm expecting back in this inbox my reply of the email of my personal account, right? So Amir says it hasn't accepted the Gmail. That's why it can't find your local email. Re-enter the first email. Oh, okay. It cannot find, but if I just click send, then it should give me an error, right? If it was wrong. So if I click, so guys, if you have written all this, go ahead and click send, and no results. Okay, so that's I just this is something that I wanted to see that what does it say, and it says here. Okay, so it was not colon that I was supposed to type here. Type to search. Okay, seriously. Let me just remove this from here. Control. So guys, let's keep it simple. It's not accepting this. I'm just gonna make backspace. So first one is me@gmail. I'll just quickly put it like this. Sorry about that. And the CC. In the CC, just go for your first name admin, right? As soon as you go your first name admin, then it searches, as you said as well, Amir, that if I had written that first instead of Gmail, then it would have searched it already, but it was confused by what I wrote there. So so just go for CC as well, which is also okay. So it will CC or carbon copy, or it will just copy this in your email as well as in your Gmail as well. So just go to this second area, remove the first one, just like I removed, and just put it here. So as soon as you put your correct name, it detects that and select it. If it detects that, go ahead and select that, right? Go ahead and send, and then once you receive that email in, those who are done, go ahead and send, and then once you receive it in your Gmail, Hotmail, Yahoo, whichever, then reply back from that. So we need a screenshot number 5 that a reply back came from your personal email, right? Or a reply back came from an outside email, right? So Gideon, can you put your email on the 2 first, just like me I've done, and the second one your first name? Delivery fail, or you tried that, but did you Gideon, did you put it like I did, 2 and CC, like that, right? Okay, so let me check that too, and let's see that, or if there's any error, right? So if I send, so testing mail flow, so I got my email back. If I go to inbox, I see, yes, testing mail flow, my email is back in inbox, and well, I have my other email open in my other screen, so I'll just open it there. Gmail, gone inside. So once I go inside Gmail, then I'll just yeah, I received that email there as well. So let me just show you here. In my Gmail, I can see an email coming from my first admin and the full email address of my Office365 testing mail flow, and I'll reply. So it works. It's working. Okay, I'm just gonna click that one of the words there. It's working, and this came as a reply, and just send it back, right? Wow, it took it 2 times here. Wow, serious? I don't know why. So send. So yeah, it's working fine. But the mail flow means that inbound and outbound email both are working or not. So this is inbound from Office 365 perspective, that it should be coming back here, and if I refresh that mailbox, did it come back from Gmail? So it might take time, but whenever you set up a messaging application, the first thing you check is this, if the mail flow is working or not. and internally it is working because it sent itself an email, and then externally, okay, I got it. So I got it from Gmail as well, so it's working, right? So it's working fine, right? So it's working from here, from that email address. So that would be our screenshot number 5 that we received email from here. So okay, let's this it's working, or working whatever you wrote there, and it's coming from your email to this. So that would be our screenshot 5. Mail flow is working fine, right? So a sample screenshot would be this area where I can see that it came from my email. So I'll just quickly put it there. Mail server screenshot 5. Mail flow working. You can see that it's a bit slow over the internet, but it's working. So the sample screenshot is there. Okay, so let's go ahead, guys. And now what we need to do is that we're gonna go ahead and try to explore now. The first plan, whenever I create Office 365, first I always show that how to synchronize your local Active Directory emails to your Office 365. Now, this is something that many of us don't have that kind of setup here, that you don't have a local Active Directory, but some of us have that, right? So wherever I'm using, now this is critical for you and for your career, for your job, because you should know that how to go for, how to use the Azure Active Directory Connect, which is a Azure Directory Connector. And what's the purpose of talking about this? The purpose is, suppose you have here 400 users, right? Or 1,000 users here, 1,000 users. And those users are, well, already in your local Active Directory. Suppose this is a domain controller, DC, okay. And you have 1,000. So the boss says that, hey, how about you want these users be synchronized? Can we synchronize these users up in Azure Active Directory? So for these users also, we can create mailboxes inside Exchange Online. Now there are two ways. Either you can create those same users again step by step, manually, one by one. So in today's environment, obviously this is ridiculous. So you can actually synchronize whatever users you've created. Maybe we create 390 users in local Active Directory. So whatever users you have created here, you can actually synchronize up there in your Azure Active Directory. So the users actually will land here. Let me just remove that last arrow. Yeah, the users will actually, from local Active Directory, they will land in Azure Active Directory. Once they show up here, then you can create their mailboxes here in Exchange Online, because those users copy will be here. So that is called synchronizing users from on-prem to cloud. So just synchronize users, right? So this is possible. Synchronize users. This is only possible if you use Azure Active Directory Connect. This is a connector software that, or small utility you can say. You use that Active Directory Connect you download it here in the domain controller, and then you connect the local domain controller to, or local Active Directory, you connect to Azure Active Directory. And then when you transfer or synchronize, it's not migrate, it is synchronize. Synchronize means users do not move away from here. Users are copied. So users still stay here, and a copy of their user account is created here in Azure Active Directory. Once it is created, then you can connect through Exchange Online. You can give licenses to them and create their mailboxes up here in Azure Active Directory, right? So that is the whole scenario of synchronizing your users in the cloud. And normally this environment is set up in pretty much majority of the companies there, that they have purchased some applications here, and they want some of the users to use those applications, but they don't want to create those users right from the beginning again, step by step. So they just synchronize it with the help of Azure Active Directory Connect. So that's normally we do when we get to create Office 365 there, right? Now, for all this to happen, we need to have a local domain controller, a local machine that has Active Directory installed. So I know that majority of us do not have the local machines there, but some of us have. It's not about who has it and who doesn't. It's about how important is this for you, for your career, and outside every company is pretty much using this. So it is important for you to learn how to do this and implement this, and then we're gonna give whatever users we have migrated from there. We will then try to assign a license to one of those users, and then you can see that it's going to be assigned, and that user can have online mailbox as well as local mailbox here. That is not migration, that is called synchronization. So a copy of users here and a copy of users up there as well, right? So for this to happen now, guys, obviously where you don't have, those who don't have the local domain controller can then take a screenshot of where I say, and whenever we come back here for next configurations, then you can follow me for whatever I do here, right? Because everyone has Office 365 Exchange Online here, but some of us have local domain controller. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to start the local domain controller here. Those who have the local Active Directory that they created with Exchange Server, you don't have to start the Exchange servers. Just start the local Active Directory 1 machine there, and because we created their 390 users, now we can synchronize those 390 users up in the cloud. Those who don't have this can then sit back and check it out how it is done, and wherever I ask for a screenshot, go ahead and take a screenshot of my screen. And those who have Active Directory, just please start that, and let's try to synchronize. This is a hybrid lab, so you and this is one of the critical tasks that is done always in pretty much every company. So if we understand the whole scenario, then the steps would be, oh man, I was gonna go to my OneNote. Oh yeah, I downloaded OneNote as well. So this is synchronizing on-prem users, AD users, Active Directory users. It's not a very big lab, but because of its importance, Active Directory users to Office 365 Azure Active Directory for the sole purpose of getting mailboxes for these users up in the cloud as well in Office 365, right? So that would be our topic. And second thing is lab. So let's start our Active Directory. So inside VM, inside our VMware workstation, that has Active Directory. So let's start the domain controller, right? Second thing is, so this is on premises. So I'm just gonna divide it in on premises, right? And this is once we have started, we needed an Active Directory. We already have that. So on premises also, another thing is that make sure we have internet connection. That's it. That's all we need for on premises. On Office 365, let's create a user account and give it global admin privileges. You need a highest privileged account in Office 365. So if I go to the diagram here, you need a high privileged Office 365 user account here. So global admin account, right? And that global admin account, the user account, will help us sync, right, on-prem users to cloud, to Azure, to Office 365 to Office 365 So if we don't have a highest privileged account there, we cannot synchronize that. So this account will allow us to authorize us to synchronize, right? So we need to create that in Azure. So let's create a user account and give global admin privileges, and then we will also go for let's download the Aadc, which is Azure AD Connect utility. It's a very small utility from Microsoft website, and copy it to our domain controller VM. And after that, let's so on-prem, let's run the Aadc on VM and connect the two active directories, So once you connect the let's sync all the local users to Azure AD. So that is what we need to do. Okay, so we get some idea about what we need to do where. So let's do it step by step. But the main objective, the whole exercise is that to synchronize local on-premises user accounts to the Azure Active Directory instead of recreating them one by one. So I'm going to go for on-premises first. So let me check that if this is intact. So I'm going to go for for all items. Okay, so the items were, you're kidding me. Oh, okay. My machines are here now, and I'll just simply go for the VM workstation and just open my local server 1 machine, right? And I'll just quickly go for mine. Okay, that's my server 1. And I'll just power on my server 1. Okay, so once the Active Directory is up, I just need to make sure, because everything else is set up in Active Directory, right? So I just need to make sure that internet is there. Okay, I'll log in from my user account on premises. And once I log in from my Active Directory, I can see that I don't have internet here. The only thing I need to make sure is that internet is there. The rest is already, it's working fine. Well, I just need to know if there are 390 users there. I'm sure they are there because we created the 390 mailboxes on premises. So internet is there or not, so I'll go up to that tab. I'm going to right click and go for settings and check that if I have a second network card that is attached to NAT, which gives us internet connection. So I'm going to go to this settings here. No, I don't have a second network card here that is connected to NAT. So I'm going to go down here to add button to add a second network card that is connected to internet connection, right? Internet. So add, and there's a network adapter, and finito. So it's automatically on NAT right now, so I will be getting internet now on this domain controller. That's all I need to do. And I'll double check the users there, which I need to synchronize up in Azure Active Directory. So I'm going to press OK. And tools, I'm going to go down to also check if Azure Active Directory has all the users there. I'm sure they're there, but okay. So the domain, expand, and then go to exchange users. Yes, these are the guys. These are the users that I'm going to synchronize. So for others who do not have this domain controller, later I'm going to ask you to create 3 or 4 extra users, like your first name 01. We created together, right? So your first name 02, 3, 4, 5, up till then 5, your first name 05 users. Those were not doing this. Those are doing this, yes. You can synchronize all the users, but the thing is that we still have 25 licenses up there in Office 365. So anyway, this is confirmed, and yes, I can see the internet, so I'm just going to go to IE and check that if it's not terribly slow. If the site opens faster, so I would know the speed as well, because synchronization depends on our internet connection to this machine. So the site is opening fine. Okay, so it's not taking too late. So and another thing is that IE is actually discontinued. I think I have here another browser. Oh, I don't. So I'll just quickly go for launch now here, that Edge, and allow service. Okay, well, okay, website is opening. This much is okay. When I need the browser, I'll just download it. Okay, so here, as far as our configuration is concerned, and I'm showing the diagram as well, that on-premises is okay. The users are there, and the internet is there already. So we're okay on the on-premises side, but on the cloud side, Office 365, we just need to configure. First thing we need to have is we need to create another account that has global admin privileges. The synchronization authorization cannot be done from the root account, the subscription account, the account with which we created our Office 365 just now. That account cannot be used for synchronization. So that's by design. So we have to create a new account that is just having global admin privileges. And another thing about this account is that we must at least once log in from this global admin account. So it cannot be used account, and when you log in, change the password at that time at login. So it's going to make you change the password. So if we don't do this for the global admin account, this particular account will not let us synchronize. It's going to just give errors, right? So this is by design as well, that at least you must have used once, and you should change your password when you log in. So because of the high privileged status of this account, we have to do that. Okay, so on Office 365 side, we need to create a global admin account, right? So I'm going to, so here, Office 365 Admin Center, right? Office 365 Admin Center. I'm going to go ahead and, in fact, I'm there already in the users area and then active users. So I'll just go for another user now. We have enough licenses here, 25 licenses, right? So that's just a third user overall, total we will have. So add a user here. We know already how to do that. So here, you can just go for your first name, GA. What is GA? Global Admin. GA is Global Admin. So your first name, GA, and then go for display name. Just click on it, and it's gonna automatically fill it up. And then your first name, GA, here as well. So your first name, Global Admin. And obviously we need to not forget to give the role global admin. Just naming it doesn't give it powers. Also, even if you create a password now, it's gonna still make you change that password, even if you give your own password here, right? So I'll stick to auto generate password now. Auto generate password, at the end it's gonna show me what is my password. So I'm gonna click that auto generate. So even if you give yours, you can go ahead and give yours, but still you can change it. It will make you change later, even if you uncheck this option. So auto generate password, and then not checking these two boxes, and click next. And yes, all the licenses I need, and Canada is already selected, and 51 apps. Yes, it's a global admin, so okay. So no changes on assigned product licenses, and click next. So it's not an end user, it's going to be global admin. So we're going to just click here on the down arrow and go for admin center access. We're going to select that. Go back to basic. Okay, John. I'm here, and I clicked in the background active users and then add a user. We did that add user before, so hopefully you know where I'm saying that. So once you click the add a user in active users inside 365 admin center, then just put this your first name, GA, click auto generate password. Yeah, at home there's a lot of distractions there, so okay. So auto generate password and click next. Don't select these two boxes and click next. Okay, so and then there's Canada and Office 365 E5, and then apps 51 here. I'm gonna click next. So I can see there are 18 students. I think the rest are not interested in their marks. So tell your friends who are not here that I need screenshots, or they must have some kind of logical reason why did they not create this whole thing with me. So this is for everyone, right? So anyway, I'm gonna go for global admin. and click next. That's it. So they're global admin, and there's an auto-generated password given there that we need actually. So I'm going to click finish adding here, right? Finish adding. So I can see that my temporary password is this. So I need to copy this information and put it in a notepad. I need to copy this information. I will open a notepad. So I'll just go for run and type notepad, which is already typed there. Press enter. And so I'll just type this information because I need it now. Why? I need to log in from this punishingly long user account, and I need to log in from this temporary password. Then I'll give my own password. If we don't do that, then it's not, this account cannot be used for synchronization, even though it has full privileges. So once you put that in Notepad, I'll click close here, right? Right. So once we click close, now we need to log in from that account while I do not need to log out from this account as well. So if we want that we don't need to log out from this account, I will go to either other browser, or I will go to these three dots on the Chrome, which is, and then go to new incognito window. New incognito window. In the new incognito window, how do I go to my Office 365? I'll type portal.office.com to go to Office 365 login screen, and then copy my username there and copy the password there, the temporary password there as well, right? So I'm going to press enter, and I'm going to go to my notepad to copy paste the username password. And then I'll go back to notepad and check the password. Oh yeah, that's the password. So I'll go for copy, right? So that's it. I'll log in now. Actually, it did not ask to change the password. It used to ask even if we don't check that option of change in next login. But yeah, on cloud, normally what I've done like a few weeks or months back, then after that time, I see that, oh, seriously, they're just changed again. So that password is still there, and I've put it on Notepad. So it didn't ask me to change the password. At least it didn't ask me. If it asks you, then go ahead and change the password. If it didn't ask you as well, then we're good. We're okay. Just make sure that this password is there. Automatically generated password. So in production environment, I would give a very complex password, but here we can keep it as is as well. But we just once logged in, that's good enough. So I'm just gonna log out from now. I'll just log out now, sign out now. So once I sign out, that's it. I have that information of my user account that I'm gonna use to synchronize the local Active Directory usernames to the Azure Active Directory, Office 365 Azure Active Directory. So that's good. Okay, so send it later. Okay, sure. Gideon, a video will be available by tonight or by tomorrow morning. Alright guys, so here, 41. Oh, sorry, that was, I just saw it now. Okay, so let's carry on. I'm.
Excuse me, do I need to sign out? Did you sign out?
Yes, I signed out.
Okay.
Cool. Okay, so So once it is done, now the next step, if I just check out from the steps that I wrote there, is yes, that's done. Let's create privileged account. So we need to go to the next one, and that is, so this is all done. Let's download the Aadc, right? So we need to download this utility. We need to copy it inside our domain controller, right? What utility? Azure Active Directory Connect. So what I'm gonna go to Google, and I'm going to search for download Azure AD Connect Microsoft. So I'm gonna write that now in Google, right? So I'll go to Google here. I'll close this incognito mode and go for the, yeah. So here, any of the tabs, I'm just gonna Google it. Download Azure AD Connect Microsoft, right? Download Azure AD Connect Microsoft. So I'm gonna press enter. So there is download Microsoft Azure AD Active Directory Connect. This is the link. That's the first one. I'm gonna click that. I'll also share that link in WebEx and WhatsApp. Yeah, perfecto. So I'm just gonna go down, and that's it. There's a download button here, Microsoft Azure Active Directory Connect, right? So I download Aadc. I don't have Exchange and DC server installed. No, then you don't need to. Then whatever screenshot I say. So those who do not have Active Directory and Exchange server installed, you don't have to really follow me. But whenever I ask for a screenshot, take a screenshot of my screen. All right, so that's a problem. Okay, so I'm gonna click download here. And in the downloads, Azure AD Connect.msi. I'll click save. Does this go on VM1, 2, or 3? So this go on VM1, which has Active Directory. And so I'm gonna go for Azure AD Connect, and I'll go show in folder. Well, I'll just simply copy that Azure AD Connect to my VM1 or the domain controller. So Azure AD Connect. And where's my domain controller? This is my first virtual machine, and wherever you can paste it. I'll open the downloads folder in domain controller VM1. Okay, I'll copy that again. Remote desktop. Oh, really? Okay, so I'll just put it on my machine directly. Hopefully there I can paste. Oh, okay. That's a remote machine inside my house. A desktop. From this machine, I'll copy this inside the first VM. Normally when I click this and this, I get to see the oh, I can just hide this. Okay. Okay, so that Azure AD Connect connector is downloaded here, and what we can do, this is downloaded in the VM1 or the domain controller local virtual machine. So once this is copied inside the downloads folder here, then I'm gonna double click that. So what are we doing here? So if I go back to the diagram, okay, I'll press yes here. So I'll go back to the diagram here. So we have done this task of create a global admin and then give it a unique password. Actually, we were supposed to give a complex password, but we have that. And then we also downloaded this Azure Aadc Connect, the connector, inside the domain controller here. Now we're going to run that, and when we run, it's going to ask that, okay, give me the authorized account of the Office 365. Now that account we created already, and in my notepad I've put that information about that account as well. And second thing is, it's going to ask the username password of, first of all, it's going to ask for the username password global admin of Azure or Office 365. Second thing, it will ask the top account for the local domain administrator. And then after next, it's just going to synchronize all the local users to the Azure Active Directory Online. So now we are here on this virtual machine, and we're running that software or Azure Active Directory Connect that will help us synchronize all the users, 390 users, up in Azure Active Directory Office 365. So I'm going to go back here, and oh, I did press yes. Okay. So it's going to start now and start asking the question. So welcome to Azure Aadc Connect, and I agree to the license terms and continue. So first of all, it says that your local domain is actually not routable, which is okay. We never exposed this domain to be accessible from internet, so it's okay. And I'm going to go for use express settings. Now it is asking, enter your Azure Active Directory Global Administrator credentials. So the credentials that I stored in my notepad will be used here. So your first name, GA, will be used here to authorize the, hope Control V works are really okay. So yeah, it was coming. So I'll have to type the whole thing. Your first name, GA. Sometimes it does not copy. At GB, your first name, fall2020 on Microsoft.com. Okay, we're good. And the password is, in my case, NO small dash 3340 41. Okay, so it's just asking in the local on-premises machine about the the highest privileged account credentials of Office 365. So next, now it's gonna go up there and check it, confirm it, and if it is okay, then it will take me to the next screen. This is the next screen now. Connect to ADDS. So it's just saying that enter the Active Directory Domain Services Enterprise Administrator credentials. The highest account in your local Active Directory here in, suppose this is a Toronto branch, so that branch domain administrator password. So I've logged in from my first name admin. So this is my domain controller with which I'm logged in, or domain admin account. And what is my domain name? It is interested to know my domain name as well. So I'm going to go to this server manager. I'm going to click that and click local server, and this is my domain name. So your first name domain.local, and the user account we already know, your first name admin. So your first name domain.local, your first name domain. We don't have to put .local, but you can put both works. / your first name admin, and the password what we use to log in just now to our virtual machine. So the password for that virtual machine for the your first name admin. Now it's going to confirm that. If it's okay, it's going to go ahead. Next. Yeah, it's okay. So Azure Aadc sign-in configuration, and it still says that, hey, your local domain is, I can't find your local domain in Office 365. We know that we didn't publish it there, so it's okay. We can ignore this and continue without matching all UPN suffixes. So UPN suffixes just mean that at the end point of the domain is not there up in the Office 365. So we say that yes, we didn't publish this there, so it's okay if it's not there. So just click continue here and next. Then it goes to the final screen that we're going to install Azure Aadc connector. We're going to install a small database there as well, and start the synchronization process when configuration completes. So guys, this would be our screenshot number 6 for everyone. Screenshot number 6 is that ready to synchronize on-prem users to Azure Aadc. Ready to synchronize on-prem users to Azure Aadc. So everyone, please take a screenshot here. Number 7. Screenshot. Yep.
Excuse me, sir. I don't have the VM yet, so it's taking just the screenshot.
Yes, you're taking my screenshot, my screen. Yeah. Okay. So let's take that screenshot here. I'll just put that screen back up again. So take a screenshot here, everyone. Take a screenshot here. Those who don't have VM, should be screenshot 6. Oh, okay. Screenshot 6. Yikes. Yeah, it's last one was 5. Thank you. So I'll go for mail server and dash equal, then screenshot 6 equals yeah, so it was ready to sync on-prem users to Office 365 Aadc. Wow, that's a long one. So I have Office 365 Aadc, and I actually did not take a screenshot of this one, so I'll take it now. Okay, so that's your screenshot number 6, and now we're just gonna click the install button here. So it's gonna synchronize. What we're expecting here, where we're expecting here, Microsoft 365 Admin Center. We're expecting here 365 users after some time, right? So I'm just gonna go back here and click the install button after taking the screenshot of the screen. So it's gonna just start the synchronization process. Or did I click install? Yeah. And what we're expecting is that there will be users created here in active users area in the Microsoft 365 Admin Center, right? So guys, we're gonna take a break here while this is going on, and when we come back, hopefully it will be done by that time. So let's take a break. So 6:22, 6:22. So class starts 6:42. Break. Pausing now. The video. So I'll just refresh this page. First of all, I'll just check back in the local domain controller. Yes, the configuration is finished. It's not that, it doesn't take that long. So configuration complete. So from its side, it has sent those users up in the cloud. So from here, it is done. And we're expecting those 390 users which were here, also their copies created here. So those users will be here in Azure Active Directory as well. So I'm just going to confirm that if they're there by now, or will it take time. So there's a local refresh here as well. Alright, so all the users are here which were there as well. So that's pretty cool. Well, it's more than cool, it is critical, it's important. Every company would want that. If they want to keep a hybrid environment, they need to do this. If they want to just simply get rid of the whole environment, then they will just simply move to the cloud. Otherwise, they will always have synchronized instances. That's why many companies you will see Azure AD Connect already created there. So once the users who are coming from, which have been synchronized from on-premises, so these are the users that are synchronized from on-premises, and we can see that they are all unlicensed here. And so suppose I go for Alan Reed here as this is one of the synchronized users that was also here in our local. So I'm just going to exit out of here, and I'm in the local machine right now and Exchange. So this is the Alan Reed user account that is inside our local on-premises Active Directory, and that's the same user account now has been synchronized up there. So I'm going to try to give a license to this user so I could create a mailbox for this user. So those who didn't do that, then you can just see this, but the rest of the labs after that you will be able to do with me. So I'm going to click that Alan Reed here, and once you click that Alan Reed here, then there is devices, there's licenses and apps, right? So there's Alan Reed, and then there is device account, devices, licenses and apps. If I click the licenses and apps, so there is 0 license, and in the licenses and apps we can just give user the license. So now I'm left with 21 licenses. The 3 have been assigned already out of 25. But this is how we can just give licenses to the synchronized users coming from on-premises Active Directory, and just click Save Changes. So this user will be able to use now all the Office 365 applications. So I'm going to click Save Changes. Your changes have been saved, it says here, and all 51 apps access this user has been given, or I could have gone down and unchecked some options that okay, this application should not be used available for this user. So I give all, and once that is done, so I'm just gonna close this. So I just need to check that if that user is also showing inside Exchange, right? So I'm gonna go ahead in mailboxes here, and inside mailboxes where I'm in recipients and then mailboxes here. So I'm just gonna click the refresh button, and so I don't see Alan Reed yet, but it may appear one day, Monday or Sunday. Oops, okay, I refreshed so many times that it says that okay, I'm not gonna give you any results now. So I'll refresh once more time. Otherwise, we can just check it back, check about it later as well. So I'm just gonna refresh the whole browser here, and recipients, and yeah. So it's still not here, and we're gonna check it out later as well. So guys, this is the synchronization that I wanted to show, and this is being one of the important features. We had to do that whenever we go for Office 365. Now, yeah, in the diagram, so we have just synchronized all the users. We understand that why we did that, and those users which wanted to use the online applications will have to be synchronized up there as well, while the company is maintaining on-premises environment as well, right? So let's go back to our Exchange Online features there, and this we can all do now together. So those who were not doing the lab till now can also join now, because Office 365 everyone has created. So we're going to go to recipients here, and everyone please go to recipients and mailboxes. So when we go to mailboxes, there are mailbox related features that we covered in last class as well for on-premises Exchange Server mailboxes. So once we're in the mailboxes, you can go to suppose your first name here, the mailbox for that, or any other mailbox. First, once you click that mailbox, and then you can click the cancel sign here, or edit the mailbox, or if I double click, it just opens as well. So just double click that mailbox or click the edit sign here, so you can see general, mailbox usage, contact information, organization, email address, mailbox features, member of, mail tip, mailbox delegation. So if you compare that with on-premises Exchange server user mailbox, so it's exactly the same mailbox features here as well. And we have discussed some of those features here. Mainly, majority of the features will be found in mailbox features itself. That's where we're going to be coming back and forth a lot for some of the labs there. So that covers a lot of features here, the mailbox features. But I just wanted to show you that each mailbox has a lot of features to configure, and we have talked about many of those features in previous class as well. So I'm just going to cancel out of here. Okay, so we understand that when we create, if you want to create a user, we can create the user somewhere else, and that somewhere else is Microsoft Admin Center, 365 Admin Center, or Azure Active Directory, and then give a license to that. As soon as you give the license, then the user will appear here. Okay, that's one thing. Second thing, other than that, there are mailbox features. Then there is the next one from the mailboxes is groups, right? So they are really upgrading all that, because last time when I was teaching, so it was a bit different, and now there are many other options as well, and it's not long, and I have a 365 class somewhere else as well. So here you can see boxes, and you can upgrade, sorry, did I say boxes? Yeah, groups. So manage your distribution lists, groups, and more. Well, they keep on saying new Exchange Admin Center, so we're gonna try that as well. But right now there is Microsoft 365 group, then there is this down arrow here, right? This down arrow. So everyone, please go ahead and click that down arrow here, so you can see there is distribution list, there is mail enabled security group, and then there is dynamic distribution list. So distribution list is just like you have suppose a Google group, and you're part of that, and somebody sends an email to the group address, and it goes to all the members of the group. So distribution list can be created for easily sending emails to everyone, right? So we can just start creating the distribution list first, and that everyone can do that now. So we're in recipients, and then groups, and then I click that down arrow button here. So first of all, there's a distribution list. Let's click that now. So once we click the distribution list, so we can see that it's just a form to fill, but we are creating a distribution list, so there could be a lot of members of that. It's an email group, we can say, and we can give it address. Suppose this is for sales department, so sales DEPT distribution list, or DL, sales department DL, right? It also says important, if your users address email to multiple people, why not create a group in Outlook instead of a DL or distribution list? Groups in Outlook offer you everything DLs do, include features that enhance collaboration on the platform for future innovation. So they're just saying that, why are you, so this is an Exchange Admin Center, right? In a production environment in companies, if the users are not allowed to create their own distribution lists or email groups, so you will see a ticket, right? If it's a big company, you will see a lot of tickets that, okay, can you create a distribution list for me, or an email group for my sales department, employee number 2, employee number 55, employee number 100, just add 3 or 6 of those employees, or this is following the list of employees. So you will get a lot of tickets. So that's what they're saying, that users can also on their side, without disturbing the administrator, they can create groups as well within their Outlook, right? We're going to check that out as well. For now, we're just going on the server side, we're creating a distribution list. So if I click the alias, well, I'm just going to copy this from up there and paste it here. Guys, also, dash your first name, because everyone's doing that now. So go ahead and put, after DL, just dash your first name. dash your first name, right? And email address is when I click there, so it already automatically fills it up. So that's if you have given, if everyone has given that name, then we go down. Obviously we don't have a external domain, so that's the only domains that are showing here for email. If we go further down here, so there's owners, and obviously somebody has to maintain the list. So it could be any owner that you can add here, but there's a subscription account or the top account here, or the root account is already added. If we go further down here, there is members. So what we can do is we can add some random members there. Okay, majority of us have just one extra mailbox, right? Okay, we can add that one extra mailbox for now. So add members. Okay, so I'm just gonna click that members. Hey, owners is this, right? Yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna click the plus sign here under the members, this one, and hopefully everyone is doing that. And I'm gonna click plus here. So now, obviously, ignore that I have 390 users or many users showing there. You might be seeing that one user that we created together, your first name 01, right? So just go ahead and select that, your first name 01. I'll in fact also select that my first name 01, which I don't see here. Okay. So actually I don't see that. Hopefully you're seeing that. So I see a global admin here, and oh yeah, thank you Amir for the correction of the word Amir. Yeah, that's fine, thank you. Alright, so there you go. So here I'm just gonna go for your first name 01, double click that, or click the add button here for that and press OK. Right? So how to add members? This is how you can just click plus and click whatever users you want to add members. Then it says that choose whether owner approval is required to join the group. So this is open group. You can create a open group as well. You can create an open group. Anyone can join this group without being approved by the group owners, or you can have a closed group here. Members can be added only by the group owners. All requests to join will be rejected automatically. So if the owner wants, then owner can just simply manually add a member, but any request to join will not be entertained. And owner approval, all requests are approved or rejected by the owner. So you can just try to create that group with these three types there. Either open group, anyone can join or leave, and this is the same. It goes whether the group is open to leave as well. So anyone can leave this group without being approved by the group owner, or the members can be removed only by the group owners. All requests to leave will be rejected. Wow. So you're like it's a company, so the boss says you don't leave, you don't leave. So anyway, these are the types, or this is what you can do in a distribution list or an email group. So I've added one member here, and there's one owner here as well of the group. So this means that this owner can also receive the emails as well, and this is the name of the group as well. So let's click the save button now. Once we click the save button, right, is possible to still go back. I missed some configuration. My WebEx has been acting. Oh, okay, John. So you need to click here. So you need to go to recipients and then groups. So the rest of you can click save and recipients, groups, and then click this down arrow, and there's a distribution list written, the first one. So click that distribution list and this screen will open, and then you can just type this name, sales department DL, your first name, sales department DL here, alias, and sales department DL here. So nothing much here, just give this sales department DL and your first name. And if you go further down here, then nothing to do in the owners. Your account, subscription account, the root account is added, but in the members, just add your first name 01, the user, that the mailbox that we created before. So just add that. Now go plus and then simply double click that and add. That's all we did. Just add a member and click save. Hopefully you were able to do that. So let's click save and press OK. So guys, here the distribution list is created, and there's a all company distribution list also created here. There's a George Brown Microsoft 365 George Brown created there as a company list as well. We didn't do that. But what we created was this. Now, how to check it out, right? So distribution list created. Now this could be screenshot number 7. So let's take a screenshot number 7 where this sales department -dl your first name is showing. So created a distribution list would be the title. Created a distribution list is the title. So let's take a screenshot here. Now you're taking your own screenshots, not my screenshot, right? So I'll just go for a sample screenshot here and created a distribution list. So mail server, and then screenshot 7. Created a distribution list. So sample screenshot is there in WhatsApp, and then once that screenshot number 7 is taken, let's just check it out if this group actually works. The distribution list actually works, right? So what we can do is we need to go to the OVA, Outlook web app, OVA, OWA, right? Outlook web app of the logged in user. I think we're already logged in from that OVA. So we're going to go to that Outlook web app, I think. Yeah. So we're already logged into this, right? I think everyone is logged into this. So here we can test that by going to new message and then typing the name of the distribution list, right? So new message and typing the name of the distribution list. So get spelling and grammar. Okay. So the distribution list name is sales. There's only one name starting with sales, so it was able to search that quite fast, right? So sales DL, your first name, and then testing DL in the subject, Control C, and testing DL in the body of the email as well. So sales department DL, your first name, and testing DL. So if that is done now, because the owner is also part of this distribution list, so you should just receive this email back here as well. But the main thing is when you email it to the distribution list, does an email come back to you as well, because you're a member of this distribution list as well. So once you have written all that, let's click send. So well, yeah, the distribution list works because this administrator did not send it to itself. It sent it to a distribution list of whom it's also of which it's also a member, right? So distribution list works fine. You could just check it from the other mailbox who was a member as well. But if it comes back to us, this means that distribution list is working fine, because we are also a member of that distribution list. So if you send it to distribution list, obviously it's going to come to you as well, because you being a member. Now that's just an easy one. And if we go back to our Microsoft Exchange here, so there are other types as well. So there's a new under the down arrow written here, and there's a mail enabled security group written here, right? And then there is dynamic distribution list also written here. But what is mail enabled security group? So if I go down here and yeah, so we were in recipients, and then inside recipients we created distribution distribution list. So it is an email group, right? If we email to the deal address, then the email will reach all the members of the distribution list or DL, right? So this was a distribution list, but what is mail enabled distribution list? Enabled? No, it's enabled. So what is that? Now mail enabled security group, actually this is security group, mail enabled security group. So for that we need to know actually what is a security group, and is that the name here? Mail enabled, yeah, mail enabled security group. So just to understand that, security group is used to give access to any network resource to its members. So suppose there are you create a security group called marketing department security group, and there are 100 employees. Their usernames, 100 usernames are added to the security group in Active Directory. Now if you want to give access to a printer to those 100 employees, so you don't have to add those employees one by one to the permission area of the printer. You just add a security group there, of which all the employees are a member of. So if the security group is added to allow printing on that printer, so all the members of the security group will be able to print. So that easy thing is that you create a security group for any department and add all the employees there. Then you just add a security group wherever you want in a network resource permission area, and you get all the members get the permission. So, but the security group is used for giving permissions to its members. What about if that security group can also send emails as well? Now, why don't we just create a distribution list for, suppose there's a security group you create for marketing department, then and the security group has 100 employees of marketing department, right? And you also want to create a email group or distribution list as well for those, and those same 100 employees will be added to the distribution list as well. So that's why Microsoft says that, hey, when you just created a security group for those employees, and for those same employees, if you want to create a email group or distribution list as well, then why don't you just mail enable the security group, which is already there, instead of creating for the same number of employees a separate distribution list. Why don't you just convert this security group into a mail enable? So what will be able to do? It will be able to do two tasks now. Mail enabled, so it will be receiving emails, send and receive emails. It will also be still used to give access to network resources. Plus it will also receive emails. So that's the main thing about mail enabled security group. If you have any existing lot of security groups there, then you can mail enable them as well, right? So security is used to give access to any network resource to its members. If we need to create a security group DL for the same members, then we can also mail enable this security group instead of creating a separate DL of the same number of employees, which are members of the security group, which are, so maybe I'm repeating that, which are members of this security group. Okay, so hopefully we get the idea. Let's go ahead and create that mail enabled security group. So we can go back here, and we can just click that down arrow here, and then go ahead and everyone click that mail enabled security group. Okay, so John says I can't find the Exchange admin center. Oh, okay, so John, do you see this Microsoft? Oh, you can't find that. Then you can log into portal.admin.com. Okay, suppose you have one of the tabs there, right? Suppose you have this tab. So there is also, you can make a duplicate of this tab, right? Make a duplicate of this exchange tab, and there are 9 dots here, right? So those 9 dots take you to this Office 365 as well, right? If you have that exchange already open. Duplicate, I'll just do that and see if it's exactly doing what I'm saying. So I'll click the dots and go for Office 365. Okay, then it takes you to the login page, and in the login page you can go to the admin center from here as well, by going to the, if you go way down, this is the admin center, right? Gray one, a admin. So once you click that, you will be back to, well, if I click that, you'll be back to the admin center here, and then show all, and there's exchange, or there's users here, active users. Also, if you don't have any of those icons open, then you can go for https://portal.office.com. So I just put it there to log in to Office 365, https://portal.office.com. So in WhatsApp as well. So try to go from anywhere, any of those ways, follow any of those ways, right? Hopefully you were able to follow. Otherwise, if you have some issues there, so then you can email or me that there was this issue, that's why I was not able to upload screenshots, or my internet was acting up. So follow the video and upload screenshots. Okay guys, so here I'm just going to go back to this mail enabled security group, and let's click that mail enabled security group. So once we click that mail enabled security group, so you can see there's a display name, and that display name we can just put here, suppose MKT-DEPT, and so this is security group, right? So SG security group dash your first name. So marketing department security group, or MKT-DEPT SG. So this is the same thing. I'll just write Control-A, Control-C, and alias Control-V. And this is the same thing. I want to have email about as well. So I'm just going to click here as well. So it's going to automatically populate that. So once that mail enabled, what is the email for the group email? Okay, so there's a picture here by Cedric. And oh, you're there. So yeah, Cedric, that's just copy the group name in the group email address as well. And that's it. Group name in the group email address, same thing, copy paste, and that's it. So just press OK. Otherwise you can follow the video as well. Okay, so here if we go further down, so this is the same story. There's an owner there, and then there's a member there, and owner approval is required. You can just select that or keep it unselected, but just add the member, same member there as well, which you have one email address there, and that is, I'll just search mine, your first name 01, right? You can just add this there as a member. Cedric, you have to, John, you have to add that your member, your first name there, although we didn't use that, or we didn't check by logging in from that member. So we're adding just some member, and press OK. So once that member is added, and click save. Right, so not much here, just give a name here of the mail enabled security group, and then add a member. That's all we did, right? Nothing else. So let's click the save button, right? Once we click the save button here, it's created. So you know what to check here. So first of all, is it mail enabled? Oh, sorry, not this one, this one. So is it mail enabled? That we can check first. Then is it still a security group? We can also check that too. So first, is it mail enabled? Let's check that portion of the security group. So obviously we know how to do that. we can just go to that OVA or the mailbox that is open for the administrator, and we're gonna click the new message again. Just send an email to this mail enable security group to check the mail enable side of it if it is working. So the group name is MKT, it starts with MKT, and then I'll just go for add a subject, and that is testing mail enabled SG, and Control A, Control C, and Control V. So just go for testing mail enabled SG for this mail enabled security group. Once you have put this information there, go ahead and click send. Obviously you should be receiving an email because you're a member of this mail enabled security group as well. So it just checks that first of all that yes, I received it. So mail enabled, as far as the security group's mail enable feature is concerned, yes, it is working. Is that a security group as well? And what is the purpose of security group? You can add that security group to any resource, right? So now in Office 365 we also have SharePoint as well, and we can add there this security group as well. So wherever the resources can be added, you can add a security group there. So what we can check here is, if we go to the admin center, this is the admin center, right? Once we go to the admin center, so there are many other applications here as well. So there's a show all. If you go down to show all, and you can see Exchange, you can see SharePoint, Teams, Azure Active Directory, compliance and security, right? So there is that SharePoint here as well. The main purpose of SharePoint is actually it's coming in the winter courses, SharePoint. So you can share all. It can be an intranet for the company. You can also connect it to SQL servers and outside financial applications. It's pretty complicated when it comes, but it also do file sharing as well for intranet. So I'm going to click that SharePoint here. Why am I clicking SharePoint? Because I just want to add that security group to some area where we can add users and groups, right? So the SharePoint tab opens and its icon. Remember the tab's icons always. This is green S, right? So and then yellow envelope for Exchange and a red square for admin center. So always keep track of the icons there. So here we can just quickly go to sites, right, and active sites. So sites, and normally they do create a site there, but you can create company professional sites there as well. So sites there, and there's a all company site, there's a communication site, right? So sites, active sites, communication site. Once you click the communication site here, there's a URL, and it will open that particular site where we can try to add a security group to check that is it a legit security group. So if we click that URL here, so a site opens, and we can go to the documents section of this communication site, right? So document section of this communication site, and what we can do is we can upload a random file, and that file's permission we can add a security group. Wow, that was a long way to go. So we can click the upload and upload some random file, right? Random file from your laptop or desktop, right? Any file from your laptop or desktop. So I'm gonna go for files and search for some random file here in documents, anything. Okay, there is okay, there are some databases here that I have, and they're very, very small. Okay, access database actually. So I just added a random file. Can I add some users on this file as well? So this is where we can just have sites is not showing in my SharePoint. Sites is not showing. in a SharePoint. So if I go to SharePoint, do you see the home button, Nirvana? Rose? Oh, then you're not on that site. So go back to Admin Center. Go back to Admin Center, and then go down here until you see this. So you have to click the SharePoint first. I think you click something else, Teams or maybe something else. So go ahead and click the SharePoint first, and see this if it is a green S in the tab that opens, and then go ahead and check that there's a home and there's a sites. So hopefully you're there. Okay, cool. Okay guys, so here active sites, then Nirvana, you can go to active sites and then communication site, and when you click the communication site you can go for URL here. That URL will open the site here. Then we went to documents on this site. In the documents we went to upload and uploaded a random file. We need to just give permission to somebody on this file, and that's where we can check the security group. So this is the database, and we can go for this share icon here, right? Share icon. If you uploaded some file, then there's a share icon here. So once you click the share icon, so anyone with the link can add it here, or you can just go for specific people, but it just goes through the user list here. So anyone with the link was also okay, or specific people, I just click that and apply. But if we put there MKT, so yeah, it appears there, right? MKT appears there, but does the sales also appear actually? Because that's an email address it's looking for. Or if I go for sales, no, see this? So it's not exactly like this is where it's kind of a network resource, we can say, or permissions area, where if you want to try just the distribution list that we created, that's not it's checking for. But MKT is a security group, so it is, so users and groups can be added here to access this file. Obviously a distribution list cannot access a file, only a security group with members, the members are meant to access. So you can see marketing is actually searchable here, you can add that. So this is one example of, if you go for distribution list only, it's not going to detect that, but security group is. So it's main enabled side we checked, it's working, and security group side is also working fine. So it has two benefits then, main enabled, security group. If for the exact same members you want to create a distribution list, then don't go for that, just main enable the security group of those guys. So okay, if it was able to add that, search and add, which is okay, that's what we wanted to check, so we don't need to be here anymore after that. Yeah, this is okay. I'm just going to close that now, right? I'm going to close that now, and I'm going to close the SharePoint side as well. So I'll just close this and close SharePoint, because that's not what we are working on. So I'm going to close the SharePoint side as well. Just wanted to show that security group side also works and main enable side also works, right? And then if we go to the down arrow again, that's the third one, the trickiest one. It is dynamic distribution list, right? So we tested the main enable security group, then there's dynamic distribution list, and that has a very unique idea. So for very large organizations, you use the dynamic distribution list. What's the purpose of this? The purpose of this is that if you go for dynamic distribution list, so if we want to add members to this DL, distribution list, or we can say DDL as well, then the way it works is that it will search for its members, search for its members by searching for their Active Directory attributes. Now, what am I talking about? What does that mean? Active Directory attributes. So, for example, if we tell this DL to send email to all whose department value in Active Directory is suppose sales. So send email to all those users whose Active Directory department attribute is or value is sales. So suppose those employees which are part of the sales department, their Active Directory profile, the department window will show sales there, right? So we're telling this distribution list that we're not adding members to you, right? We are just defining that you need to search for the department value sales inside the Active Directory, and whoever's department value is sales, send email to those people. Whatever email you receive, just send email to those persons. So this means that this is for very large environments where suppose you have like 5,000 people just in sales department and 6,000 people maybe just in marketing department. So when you add members, it's a lot of members to add, right? So why not let the dynamic distribution list do the searching for you, and because every user's department value is always filled up obviously in Active Directory, so this dynamic distribution list will be told now, we're going to configure that now, we'll be telling it that hey, look for the word sales as a department for the department value attribute for every user in Active Directory. Whoever's department value is sales, please send that email to that user, right? So, well, hopefully that is the concept is a bit clear to you, but let's just do it and then understand what do we mean by that. But in this dynamic distribution list, you don't really add members manually. It simply searches members according to Active Directory attributes, the value of Active Directory attributes. It just searches according to that. Whoever has that value, which we are about to tell it, it will send that email to that person, right? So let's go for dynamic distribution list and go back here. If we go to the down arrow here and click dynamic distribution list here, right? So we can just write here, suppose admin -dept, because we have already done sales, dash your first name. So admin department, your first name, and then Control A, Control C, alias, Control V. So now the owner, we can just select the owner of this group. So I'm just going to click browse and at least give it an owner. So in my case, if I go for my name here, so okay, so show that. So you can just add your name with which you're logged in already, right? You can add your name with which you're logged in already. So your first name, just type there and search it and add it here, right? And this is the only thing you add, but you don't add members here, right? So how does it work then if you don't add members? So if you go down, it says members, but then it says specify the types of recipients that will be members of this group. So all recipient types, we're going to be talking about these all recipient types as well, and we're going to do some labs on that too. So users with Exchange mailboxes, mail users with external email addresses, resource mailboxes, mail contacts with external email addresses, and mail enabled groups. So we created the mail enabled group already, but it's just all recipients we're going to stick to, that whatever the type of recipients there. And the main thing is here, membership in this group will be determined by the rules you set up below, right? So let's set up a rule and let's click that, add a rule. once we click the add a rule, then there's a drop down list that appears to us. So if we click the drop down list here, or drop up, so here you can see either you can just go for custom attribute and just add anything there, like this branch, sub branch there, or something that activity already doesn't have, or we can go for an easy one already, whoever's state or province is this, or whoever's company is this, or whoever's department value is this. So let's just go for department to understand that. So I'm just going to click the department. As soon as you click the department there's a specify words or phrases. So now it could be multiple words as well, but we can go for SALES, sales. Now we know that we haven't put that department value yet for our user that we've created there. So in fact, we can now go ahead and create 3 more users, because majority of us do not have more than that one user that we create ourselves. So we are giving a value here, sales, and capital as ALES, right? So we're telling this distribution list that go to Active Directory and search for the department value. Whoever's value has this exact words, then send an email to that person whose department value is this, right? So obviously if there you have put some other spellings and here you put some other spellings, then it's not going to work. Whatever you put there, exactly you need to put here as well, whatever you put there. So I'm just going to put that sales here and click the plus sign. Well, you can see that it you can also put some more words there. Whoever's department value is, suppose we go for, okay, whoever's department value is sales, whoever's department value is marketing, whoever's department value is admin, then send email to them. Suppose that there are some emails that you need to send to 3 departments together. So you can keep on adding words here and distribution list will just follow the attributes. So anyway, if that is added, let's press OK. So that's what we told the dynamic distribution list, but we still have no users whose department value is sales yet. So we need to go there and actually do that too before we test this dynamic distribution list, right? So let's click save here. Okay, so dynamic distribution list is active now, but obviously it's not going to work if we haven't given a user's department value as sales. So what we can do is actually, because we're going to use that in future classes as well, so we can go ahead and create 4 more users now, because majority of us do not have a lot of users. So let's go to mailboxes here, right? Let's go to actually mailboxes. What do we do here? Because we cannot create mailboxes here, so we need to go actually to admin center. So everyone, let's go to admin center. Those who do not have those 390 users synchronized, you can go here to admin center. Let's create here 4 more users. So one user we created already, your first name 01, right? So let's create 4 more, your first name 02, your first name 03, your first name 04, your first name 05, right? So let's create those, because in future we're gonna use these, we're gonna keep on using these users. So since we're here on Microsoft 365 Admin Center, let's go to active users, because we create 1 user, so that's the same way we will create the rest of the users as well. So go to active users and click add a user. So the screenshot 8 would be that you have those 5 users showing there. Okay, so your first name 02, I think we know the drill here, what we need to do. So display name is also your first name 02. Everyone needs to create that and copy this and paste here in username as well, right? And then 03 and 04, right? Then they're all end users. So auto generate password, or let me create password. Let's go for that, because we may have to log in from any of those users for future labs. So we can give class password here, or whatever password you give. Just don't forget that. This is all ship123.ship123. and I don't need to change that password. Require this user to change the password because we're going to use that and send password in email. We don't have to check both of these, right? And I'm going to click next. Hopefully everyone is creating that. So yes, we need to assign that license, obviously, although we just need the mailbox license or exchange license, but all 51 applications are assigned. You can uncheck if you want, otherwise yeah, we're good, and click next. So role is just end user. We're not giving any role to this user and the next 3 users, right? And next. So that's it. Your first name 02 is created, but if you go further down here, just click finish now, nothing else. That's it. Yeah. So we give a name, we give a password, next, right? And then there is that save these user settings as a template. So we can actually create it as a template, and the rest users can be created this way as well. Some of the options you don't have to then change. Like you can create a template here as well if you want. Otherwise, manually you can create as many users. So name your template. This is just we don't really need that, but we can just understand what is this. If you go for template, then it's user dash template. Control A, Control C, add a description, user dash template, right? Make this template available to other admins who manage users. Okay, no problem. So user template here, and then I'm gonna click add another user, right? Add another user. And then you go ahead. So your first name 03. Oh, right. Your first name 03. And Control A, Control C, tab, Control V. Just give a password. Next. Let me put a password. It's not a big 123 123. Next. So I hope we get the idea. Just next, right? Next. Finish adding. User, third user is added, and add another user. This is the fourth user. Control V, change 03 to 04. Control A, Control C, tab, Control V. Just add it on display name, first name, username, password, smaller z, equals 123. Then that's it, right? Next. Finish adding, and the final one. So close. Oh, serious? I was supposed to add it more. User templates. Did I save it as a template? I'll go to user template. Manage templates. Just checking if it's there. Otherwise, go for add user if you did close that. Oh, okay. So I did not save it as a template. Yeah, am I kidding me? Okay. I'll just go for add user. Serious. Okay, forget that. And Control B, 05. Control A, Control C, tab, Control V. So MC, LFC, should 123, add, next, finish adding. Okay, so should have gone here, but yeah, this was the 5th user, so we're good. Let's click close. Okay, so guys, screenshot number 8 would be created 5 users. So these are the 5 users showing there. Screenshot number 8 created 5 users in Office 365. Screenshot 8 created 5 users in Office 365. So I'll just go ahead, and you're gonna take your own screenshot. I'll take mine. So I'll put it as the mail server created by screenshot number 8. Created 5 users in Office 365. So that's a sample screenshot here. Okay, so the users are created. Guys, we need to give one of the users sales department value as sales. So I'm just going to go for the first user, and then obviously we need to open the mailbox here, and I'm just going to go for the user number 1, and I need to go for the department value there, right? So if I go down here, so there's the account and last sign in, and there's a view last sign in. Manage username and email is there, right? So manage username and email. But if I go further down, manage roles, contact information, manage contact information is also here, right? If you go further down, manage contact information. If I click that manage contact information, the department value is here in manage contact information. Once you click the user, just go down to the account. So I'm just going to type the same spellings here, sales, right? You can just give it to 2 users, 3 users, 4 users if you want. So save changes here, right? Sales in the department value. So where was it? So I'm going to click save changes. Okay. So just click the user and then go for the account and then go way down to contact information, manage contact information.
There's what we need to change in the contact information, nothing?
Sorry, you're saying?
What do I need to change?
Oh yeah, so once you're inside the manage contact information, then you need to go to department, this one, and type sales here. Okay, and then click save changes, the blue button here, and just confirm and close. So guys, it does work. Sometimes it takes time for the email to reach this particular user, and sometimes it just works right away. So not sure why dynamic distribution list when we're testing it's not giving the result right away. So how do we test it? We have given that value to user your first name 01 at the department value sales, which we told the dynamic distribution list as well. So let's go to our Outlook web app, OVA. Let's go to OVA, the Outlook of the administrator, because the administrator will send the email to the dynamic distribution list now, and that user 01, your first name 01, should be receiving it according to their Active Directory attribute, department attribute value, right? So I'm going to click the new message here again to test the dynamic distribution list as well. And what is the name of the dynamic distribution list? It was admin, right? So I'm going to go for admin. It should search. Well, the search is good. It just searches right away. There's only one with this word starting admin. I'm going to select that from the search. So we're sending some email to the dynamic distribution list, and we expect that it should be only reach to the your first name 01 user. So testing dynamic DL, Control A, Control C, Control V. So if you have written all this, go ahead and click send. And if you're in Chrome, then incognito mode, we need to open your first name 01's mailbox now by typing portal.office.com. I'm going to do that. So testing dynamic DL, if everyone has written that, let's go ahead and click send. So now this email should not be coming to us because this administrator's department value is blank. We never went there and put the sales value here, right? Otherwise we could have tested from this one as well. We should have. Okay, anyway, so I need to open that mailbox now whose department value we changed. So I don't want to log out from this administrator. I don't want to log out from here. So either you can use Edge for that, Edge browser, or you can go for incognito mode on your Google Chrome. So I'm going to go new incognito window from here, right? And what do we write here? Portal.office.com. Portal.office.com, right? Enter. What do I write here? Oh, what's the user? What's the full email address of that user? Well, I kind of know that, but if I go back and if I want to know exactly what was the email address, I would go back to admin center here, this one, the red square icon, and then I'll click this, and that's the full username and email address, right? So .com is actually on the second line. Okay, I'll copy that, right, and go to my incognito mode again, paste it, and the password that you gave there when you were creating that, I'll click next. Small ABC, equal ABC, shape 123, shape 123. So sign in. No, I don't want it to be signing in. Okay, we're logged in from that user. I need to reach the OVA or Outlook web access of that. So there's the Outlook on the left side, right? So if you've logged into this, so the Outlook icon is on the left side here. Go ahead and click that. All right, it's already there. Okay, so remove the welcome here. So testing dynamic DL reached this user, but it did not reach the administrator, who's actually the owner. What we write in the role? In the role, it's not. Well, I would not take chances, and I will treat it as case sensitive. Otherwise, I have to check it out in the documentation if it is case sensitive or not. But we can treat it as case sensitive, although I'm not sure. But I wrote it exactly as I wrote there, SALES with capital S. So when you say what we write in the role, which role are you talking about? So we did not give it any role, it's the end user, if you're talking about the roles as privileges. But other than that, I went to the user and I went to the manage contact here, information, and that's what I typed here, sales, that's all. Because I put sales capital small s in the role, and I put sales in the department. Oh, okay. Well, if you didn't receive it till now, yes, it is case sensitive then, but I have to just double check that. I didn't take chance, I exactly kept it as is. So, oh, you haven't received. So, yeah, you can go back to department, and the way you type there in dynamic distribution list, exactly the same way, just come back here and type. And then send an email again and check it out. Save changes, save changes. Right? So Jericho says I did it the same but still nothing. Yeah, so that's what I was saying already, that for some it will come late. For others it so I was lucky today that it just arrived, it was there right away. Otherwise normally I am the one that is screaming, hey, it didn't come to me, and the students are saying, yes, we received it, we received it. Anyone else received it? So anyone else received it? So there are two who did not receive, but hopefully now you can actually take a screenshot of that email then. Okay, so Yusuf says no, Paul says no, Eric says no, tried 3 times, no one says no. No one? How come I did? Why? that calls for tell me why. What? Is that a fake one? No, that's a real one, right? Testing deal, yeah, that's what I sent. Testing dynamic deal. Well, I'm sure we followed the same steps and no one? Okay, that's a big question mark for me now. Normally some receive right away, others receive after some time. So I think it after some time thing applies. If you want me to, it worked. Okay, so Amir, it was case sensitive after changing S to S. Okay, guys, everyone. So yeah, thank you for confirming, Amir. So everyone, please check if the sales S was capital in dynamic distribution list and it was small here, or was it any different from dynamic distribution list, and then check again and try again. So if we go to mailboxes, then I go to groups, and then I go to dynamic distribution list. I double click that, and there delivery management only senders. No, it's message email options. Serious? Where was it? General ownership. Oh wow. Oh yeah, it's sorry, it was membership. So membership, and then the department is sales. So how whatever the way you put there, if you put small s there, go back to the user and put small s there. If you put here capital S, then go back to the user and go for capital S there. So this is how it looks like for me here, the sales. I'm just gonna go back to the user, and so I'll click the user here and go to account, go to manage contact information, and then the department, right? So okay, Eric says both of mine are capital, haven't received. Ouch. Okay. Okay, I just changed the user's S to S, but does this okay mean you also received the email, or mine were both capital? Okay, so yours were both exactly the same for Eric and Yusuf. Okay, guys, then I have seen that every time some students get it with exactly same and some others don't get it for some time. I received it from the admin account, but not the from the admin, but not from Paul0, but not inside Paul01. Okay, but why would you receive it in admin account? Let me check my admin account, because we did not give the attribute value there. I didn't receive admin account because I didn't give attribute department value as sales here. So check your configuration. So guys, you can just give it a little time as well. Yeah, and now I got email. Okay, so Yusuf, it worked for you after you changed the S. Yeah, you just did the change. For others, if it's not working, you can also go back to this here, and you can double click the dynamic distribution list again. You can just create another rule and remove this rule, or just double click this rule, right? Sales, and you can type marketing here just to trigger another response from dynamic distribution list. You can just add here marketing and then go to the user. So whatever you add here, just copy that and put it in the user just to trigger that dynamic distribution, and then send another email just to trigger it. Otherwise, exactly the same way. Sometimes it takes a longer time for some students, and sometimes it takes just right away. Okay, user says, even though my S was capital on the dynamic list and user has a lowercase. Oh. Okay. So it's a matter of time, guys. Now there is that conflict here as well, that it's not case sensitive for Yusuf, and it's different, and the email arrived. So guys, it's a matter of time before it comes there. I've seen that every time, that many students got it very late, and few got right away or after some time. So guys, here we done. No, we're gonna continue till 9:30, 10, right? We're supposed to go till 10. No, no, just kidding. Okay, so yeah, we're done here, and the final screenshot I was gonna say, we finish at 20. Okay, yes, we finish at 2000 hours, sir. So okay, let's take the final screenshot and upload. Yay! Okay, so the final screenshot is just this, right? I got it. I had ownership of admin department Paul. Wrong. Oh, okay. Cool. Okay. So here, guys, and just take a screenshot of the dynamic distribution list. In fact, no. Double click that dynamic distribution list and go to membership, right? Take a screenshot of this page. So that just shows us the actual configuration, right? So screenshot number 9, DDL configured. Screenshot number 9 is this, where the word sales is showing there, the department is showing there. So screenshot number 9, DDL configured. Oh, you got it now, John says. Okay, so it's a matter of time, guys. It's a matter of time. You will all get it. Okay, so guys, take a screenshot, final screenshot here. Just double click the distribution list and go to the membership. Take the screenshot number 9, which is DDL, dynamic distribution list configured. DDL configured, or dynamic distribution list configured. So I'm going to take a screenshot of mine. You're going to take yours. And go ahead. So screenshot 9. So we have total 9 screenshots. Oh, I need to create that upload area there in Blackboard. Okay, mail server. Screenshot 9 DDL configured is the name, and the sample screenshot is up there in WhatsApp. Okay, so if that screenshot taken, that's it. Go ahead and upload. Upload where? Good question. So let me just configure that quickly. Please upload week 10. Okay, refresh your Blackboard, guys, and upload, and see you in SQL Server class where... Oh, okay, so yeah, refresh. Oh, I was lazy to put the title of the SC. Yeah, it's okay. What? No, it's not okay. Come on, man. How can you be lazy out there putting titles there? Okay, so guys, upload that, and well, for SQL, guys, I was told to tell you that you can also create a Azure account with $250 credits. $250 credits, but you have to use your credit card for that. So then you can have a $250 Great. So it's not mandatory to create that. It's just I was told to tell you that it is strongly recommended to go for $250 credits, right? What I'm talking about is this. Um, if you go for Azure free trial, so if you want to do the labs, follow up with the labs and do all the labs, so there is that Azure free account here as well. That's for the SQL I'm talking about. So start for free. If you go for that, uh, you have to just attach it to your credit card. Obviously you have to follow my instructions and you won't get charged at all. uh, but this way you can do all the labs as well if you create a new account, and it gives you this $250 credit for first 30 days. 250 is a lot, our $100 was, although SQL is kind of heavy, we're going to create one SQL machine if you want to follow up. So it's $250 credit, but with credit card. Those who want to create that, you can go ahead and create that and follow me with the labs. It's not mandatory, but it's strongly recommended, right? It's oh okay, it's inside week 10. Okay, so guys, I'm gonna send that email as well, an announcement as well. So it's inside week 9. No kidding. Sorry. Eesh. Ooh, what's wrong with me? Sir, sorry. Don't upload here. What did I do? 9. I didn't change it to 10. So guys, go for the later 9. Something wrong with me today. Okay. Okay, it's changed to 10. So either you went to later 9, the second 9, or now it's 10. Refresh it and then go for 10. Sorry about that. Okay, so we get 8 points. Hey, why 8 points? Okay, so no, you get thank you. That's it. So remember, you made me change my name, so I'm supposed to cut marks for that. Oh, okay. So just kidding. Okay, guys. So see you SQL class, but you can create your free account with credit card as well if you want to participate in the labs. It's not mandatory. It's just strongly recommended. I was told to express or convey that to you, and so I will put it on as an announcement as well. Okay, guys. So upload and bye bye. See you on SQL Thursday.